I think we underestimate how many people want to be in toxic relationships.
Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her.
That's not true. People love a dysfunctional system. No.
Dysfunctional people. Like, I think you're like, if we do an estimate that more dysfunctional people than functional people,
Facts.
and people want to be in what they're familiar with.
Facts.
For the most part.
Professor Victor.
Somebody tweeted something. Who is Matthew Ohio?
Matthew now. What they call it? Night, industry night.
No matter how hot a song is, I don't rate any DJ that repeats a song during his set. Went club hopping last night in Lagos and felt like all DJs were just playing the same set. How can you play Ololademi Asake 3 times in 1 hour?
Bro, now what's people want?
No, but why would you do that as a DJ?
Yeah,
In 1 hour?
yes, nah.
Please.
That's what people want.
Oh my goodness, how you guys doing? Melody, did you miss me at all? You haven't seen me in a while.
Yeah, I've been seeing you on Instagram story. You've been going from club to club.
Ololademi Asake.
Going and sung balangba no then waste time na.
We out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Melody boss me a gift.
We've not started recording.
Finally,
We have now.
wow.
We've been recording.
We have.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what?
Yes, sir.
Melody finally brought my gift, guys.
Please don't let Excel come and talk about.
Guess what it is?
Gift.
100 years old one
I
material.
think I should buy the same thing for Excel. So you guys know that.
And
Don't
Then
fucking buy
With
me.
customized gold
Oh my
cufflinks.
god.
Don't buy me.
I don't you want to settle.
Buy me.
Yeah.
Okay, buy me material like blue.
Blue.
Blue. Yeah.
You don't want white.
I don't want white.
Okay, I'll buy you blue. Dark
Melody, you
blue.
didn't buy cap
Yeah.
on it, and
Buy,
I'm sure.
buy me dark. Buy me dark.
To
blue.
complete,
Okay, I'll buy you.
to complete your trifecta.
I know waiting. You know it's in the sub. As you
Waiting.
don't give us the material, give us the babe for the wedding.
The last time I did that with Excel.
Don't you dare!
Last time I
Don't you dare!
hooked Excel up with a girl that is Tolani knows the girl. A girl that is good, you know.
You know why? You know the fucked up thing.
Excel
You had
came
to
back.
say a girl that is good. The fact that you had to say that
Excel
It's
came back
already
and
fucked up.
it's not fucked up. It's
It
not
is
fucked
fucked
up.
up.
It's not fucked up
it
because
is fucked up.
they're different.
She's a goody two shoes. She's a goody two shoes.
What do men want? This girl is a good girl.
Congrats to her and her Sunday school teacher.
But we want a woman with range, though.
A woman with range. What
With
do you,
range.
okay, please
She's
explain.
everything in one.
How?
Your friend was
You
boring.
know how Mary J. Blige said on this song, Mr. Wrong. Have you listened to Mr. Wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Bad boys are no good.
Good boys are no
guys
fun.
These are no fun.
Exactly.
So you want someone that can be in the middle.
Range. Have
Not
range.
in the middle. In the middle means say you are not anything.
Okay, so
You are everything. You are omnipresent. Omnipresent character. Character.
so you want a good girl that is a bad bitch.
There are plenty of them out there now.
See, this is a memo to all the women out there that be cooking for Tolani. Like, what do you see in him?
Well, let me tell you something.
Hola, hola, hola. We the boys.
We get money.
Oh my god.
Now 2 songs.
Straight.
Mash up.
And both of them enter.
Mash up.
Look at that. So
Afro fusion. Real one.
When today they told you.
the real Afrofusion.
The real one. Oh my
When today
god.
they told you that man no dey Lagos.
You don't want to believe.
Now you they feel am.
You don't want to believe.
But is it sad for women though?
That
That society educated them to
think.
think in a certain way.
Yes, definitely. It's very sad. Very, very
Or is it
sad.
society? Is it society or is nature as well?
It's not nature, to be very
I
honest.
think nature is at play. But man,
How? Explain.
I think women are more. I think biologically, I don't have any proof for this.
Uh-huh.
I think women and men are totally different. Not totally different, but significantly different when it comes to ideas of commitment, relationship, stability,
Definitely.
emotional stability.
Yeah.
Men are more open to the idea of polygamy, I think, than women, to be honest, yes.
I think that the truth is a lot of women are open to polygamy but they've been socialized to think that they are not supposed to be open to polygamy.
But Melody, so here's the thing. Here's the reason why.
I'm not sure Santa Claus would agree with you.
Please get the fuck.
Do you know why?
Why?
Ho ho ho!
Exactly. That there is the problem. That there.
Ho ho! These hoes ain't loyal.
Therein lies the problem.
Wow! How? God.
Therein lies the problem.
What the fuck is Santa Claus's business with this shit?
Therein lies the
Bro,
problem.
but
Therein
Melody,
lies the problem.
but why is it that the feminists still, the ones that know better, they are still the same way?
That's not true.
Melody,
Tony, you've
tease.
met
How many
chill.
women do you date?
You've met a couple of women who told you express that they are open to polygamy. So
Melody,
what's your point?
Melody, you don't date women on this issue. You are not out here.
My point is that I know people who are open to polygamy.
Melody,
You've met them.
you are
I have
not
met
here.
women too who are open to polygamy.
I'm not saying they are none.
Wait,
not
we've
saying
met
they are
people
not.
who are open to polygamy in the sense of dating and relationship, not marriage.
Of course,
That's
definitely.
a whole other ballgame.
Definitely. No, when I mean polygamy, I don't mean that they are open to their. No, I think I'm speaking the wrong grammar here. Not women are open to polygamy. Women are open to polyandry.
Oh, 2 husbands.
Yeah,
I see.
Like they are open to having multiple partners. Like, I want to. Tony has met me girls that are
We
saying
know
that
a couple.
they're a couple.
We know a
Like
couple.
the world is
Don't say
changing.
what you're about to say.
A
I'm not
couple
saying
of
anything.
Shiba.
But yeah,
I called this guy yesterday. I told this guy, say, David and Beersheba season we did.
what does that mean, please?
At the time when men were at war.
We outside
Oh my God.
at bad hours.
But really, Melody, the truth is also a lot of feminists that preach these things. When do you meet them in real life, my guy? They want to husband you. That's the
I
truth.
beg
See,
you.
I've
Melody, say fact.
I've understood that with relationships, we'll never fully understand. Because I was reading the Bible this weekend. The book of
Excel has been
Proverbs.
posting Bible scriptures on
God
his
is the
page.
greatest. God is the greatest.
On
Book
his
of
story.
Proverbs, Solomon says something. There are 4 things that are wonderful to me. New Living Translation explains that wonderful as 4 things that confound him. And he says, the way of the eagle in the air, the way of the serpent upon the rock, the way of the ship in the sea, and lastly, he said the last one is the most important, the way of a man with a maiden.
The way of the
This is a man that had
The way of the
1,000
baddies.
wives. He had 1,000 wives
And-
and could not have wisdom for relationship. So just give up.
I don't even think there's anything called wisdom for relationship. I feel like different strokes work for different folks. And the major
That's
problem
what cheating women say, different strokes.
hits different places.
you made it worse.
Okay now.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, I found out something recently that I think, 3 of us know, but a lot of our viewers and listeners don't know. Do you know what that is?
Why?
That this is still the number 1 goddamn podcast. What you saying? What you saying?
Someone called me recently
Number
and said-
1.
and said
Number one.
and said your cult is developing a cult fan base. I'm like, that's how it's
The Terms and Conditions podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We back.
And Excel finally decides to show up.
How about now?
You should apologize to everybody.
You
by the
should.
way.
Excel,
How about now?
you literally,
How about now?
you're so irresponsible, guys.
We
Excel,
like the dick or what?
Excel just decides to not show up for the pod.
Hey!
I wouldn't even do
Lies.
And he did
They've
not.
been tweeting one particular propaganda our listeners that since Motolani's birthday, we've all been moving mad.
Are you moving mad?
Oh my God.
Are you moving
We are
mad?
back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. How you
Bro.
guys doing?
Fine, I'm cool.
Asala.
How are you doing, Asala? How can you be doing?
How am
Dollar
I
is now
doing?
670 naira.
My brother, it doesn't matter.
And our presidential aspirant said that.
You know why it doesn't matter?
Well, that's what Tinubu also said.
You have to do something about it.
do something about what?
This is how you accept it. Or
Or
you get out.
get out to where?
My brother.
Where are
Jackpot.
you going? How can you even jackpot?
Every week now. I know one person has a jackpot.
Because it's becoming increasingly difficult to even live here.
Fam, I even know somebody that got a visa that was like a 3-month visa, and bruh,
The guy
was
say it's
like,
a lie. I'm going.
"Wow."
He said, "Oh my, oh my, oh
the
my."
guy left.
When shall I see my? But it's very sad because people are literally uprooting their lives at.
But that's one thing I'll never understand
that-
about the Jakwasha. I don't know what I feel about the idea of uprooting.
Bro.
Like, I think people are so drunk on the idea of jackpot now that people are not stopping to think. I'm sorry. This is how I see it. Because I think it's easy maybe for some people that have plans, but some people are just living like something
Chasing them.
here, and they are just living to uncertainty in certain places.
But don't you understand why?
I
Living in
do.
Nigeria.
I mean, for
don't
people
you?
that are married with children, bro, I understand. The least I owe my children is my children must have a foreign passport. That's standard.
No, forget even married people, single people that are willing to like take their lives to the next level. Don't you understand why they need to? When you're working in a country where the money is constantly getting devalued,
I do, Melody. I do.
on a kidney.
It's crazy.
But
Like
I was speaking with a friend of ours,
Yeah.
a friend of the podcast
Yeah.
some weeks ago, and she was. I told her that, bro, a girl, a lawyer. You know one jackpot. She was like, my guy, I've never been about it, but now I just keep realizing that my money is here. There's also that reality.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I think this is my situation.
Do you understand? There's that reality where my money is here.
I think this is my situation.
Do you understand?
This is where I'll make money.
Bro,
Money is here.
there's a reality like that for a lot of people.
Especially a lot of us in the entertainment industry.
Like the money for a lot of people is here as well.
But the country just keeps getting worse.
It is.
So it's like
So it's even like the money you are making. Does the money even have value?
It keeps devaluing.
Yes.
The money is here.
Then the insecurity. Do you know that it's not even about the money anymore? People make it look like people are jackpotting solely because of the money, but that's not true. We have MDs. We have people who are making shitload of money. People who are earning in millions that are uprooting their lives too, because they understand that aside from the money, the level of insecurity is mind-boggling. Look at those guys. Have you seen the video?
Where did they flog
The
them?
Kaduna guys.
Did you see that video?
Are you the passengers?
So you know that those guys that were kidnapped from the Kaduna Abuja train.
Yes, the
A lot of them
bandits.
are still there. Oh,
The bandit put out a video
they've
flogging
the
them.
bandits have been trying to get
Federal government.
get
The families.
anybody to pay ransom and
Pay ransom, yes.
It be like say nobody they come now and they release video where they gathered and they flog them.
I'm sorry that
Bro, that flogging was wild. I was watching the video, I was stunned.
Why am I laughing?
It's not funny,
It's not
Tolani. It's
funny.
not funny.
Wait, it's not even funny. And wait, do you know the worst part?
Why am I laughing?
It's the flogging.
You guys, it's not funny.
It's the flogging. Do you know the worst part? They now released the families spoke with channels. I think I said this.
Yes, and they kept talking
that
about how
the aggrieved families told Channels Television that the efforts they have made to get their loved ones from the custody of terrorists have been
leaders are making it
sabotaged by
worse.
the military.
yes.
That the military, they greet them.
Did you guys see the thread that someone created about like a guy that was getting Boko Haram members, people, terrorists in Nigeria, and then anytime he takes them to his bosses, they will release them. Have you seen? Did you guys see that thread?
No, I didn't.
I
I didn't see.
just see the thread
What's that
of
to do
how
with
one
the
of the soldiers killed himself.
So that was like 2 months ago.
One of our
see it.
soldiers
So,
allegedly killed
A
himself.
captain, I think.
Yes,
A captain in Nigeria
because he got tired of doing it.
No. It's worse than that.
Yeah,
He realized that you catch people, he'll go back to the field
and
catch them.
they'll be released.
So there was a time where if it's okay,
He now killed the person.
He started shooting them on
site.
spot, on site.
They now arrested
And
him.
then his bosses now said that he's causing problems. They arrested him.
Arrested
and
him.
now court-martialed him. When shit got out, I think media caught wind of it or something.
Yes,
And then he started. They realized that he was going to out them, so they sent people to his house. He ran out when he realized that people were coming to his house. They met his brother. They beat his life. The boy is still.
you are even getting the story confused. You're getting the story confused. The guy that they came to look for is the guy that created that thread.
Oh,
yeah.
The person that he's talking about is already
That's
dead.
true,
That
that's
the guy,
true.
the soldier
captain
guy,
killed himself.
he killed himself
Yeah, the
allegedly.
captain killed himself.
so now
So the person that he now shared the story
Shared
with,
the
that now
story
created
with.
that thread, he's now on the run.
They found his house.
Yes, and he just stepped out to his
Bro,
neighbor's
they stepped out
house.
to his neighbor's house.
They beat life of the brother to send a message to him. for creating that thread and sharing that story. So
Bruh.
these guys see everything.
Bruh.
No, they know now. They see everything.
So it's like, do you guys want these Boko Haram guys to go or not? Do you want these bandits to go or not?
But you guys need to understand that terrorism doesn't fund itself.
The terrorism is business.
It's
It's
a
a profitable
it's a
business.
Tolani, people were commenting on the guns that this recent bandits just released.
Yeah,
the video.
yeah.
Do you know what kind of guns these
Yeah,
are?
yeah.
I don't know guns, but I saw
Latest-
people.
Bro, latest cars.
There's a guy that did a documentary, BBC Africa Eye,
Yes.
on he went he.
Banditry.
Zamfara.
I've not watched it yet.
Zamfara.
I've not watched it
Yeah,
yet.
Marina
But
sent it to
I
me.
was on the guy's Twitter, like I was going
Page.
through his feed. I think it was him or maybe a tweet he retweeted. One guy was highlighting how we need to be worried about missing, like police file, every policeman, like his gun goes missing, they will file a report. The guy said in the last 2 years there are close to 80,000 missing guns from police alone. Then let's not talk army. Say where these guns, how did they take miss?
Thank you. How
So
many
where these guns
policemen
they
are?
go?
How many policemen are respond to calls of armed robbery to say you used the gun on the field and it got missing?
But-
So what's missing your gun
Except when
when they're literally standing in traffic every day collecting
members of
15
Nigerian police,
naira?
their guns are missing. Are going
Yes, they are.
So where is it going?
Wait, the guy is saying that their child is putting in reports that my gun went missing. Then they'll give you another one. You can come back again. Oh, my gun went missing. Nobody's really asking like 80,000 guns are missing. Nobody say anything.
Like, what's
What the
missing
fuck
the
is going
gun?
on?
When they give you 5 million for your gun, you go drop out.
You don't understand. So, but
sorry to cut you short, man.
Yeah.
It also goes to those are still police guns, bro. The guns that these guys are using, some members of Nigerian military don't have.
they've not seen
Now,
it.
SS.
They've not seen
DSS
it.
get some of those guns for this country.
Do you know what it is? And the guy that spoke to Channel was talking about how the family members and how the military, in quotes, is allegedly sabotaging their efforts. It's like, at what? Why?
Bro.
Do you understand? Like, I don't know what the story is, but do you know how frustrating it is? The guy literally posted a picture of his brother that is in the video. The guy was on his way from, was it from youth service now or something? Not even youth service. He was planning to go serve and stuff like that, and he took that train and see what happened to him.
Bro, it's crazy. Like I even read, is it Human Angle? Do you know Humango? They did a report on abortion practices in IDP camps. So the women will mix.
Who runs Humango?
I don't know. The women will mix detergents with different
Detergents?
yes, and drink. The thing will not kill the baby. They will now like
Pete out.
bro, it's crazy. But
It doesn't-
sometimes, like when the baby is too
It's rotten.
no, like the baby has
too grown.
It's too grown, yeah. Or more, you can die in the process and whatnot.
So those women are getting raped.
Yes, now they are
At
getting
camps.
raped. So they are getting raped in the camp. One, sometimes the people running those camps don't give them food.
To the prostitutes.
So you exchange food for sex, or if you exchange food for exchange sex for food for your children, bro. I couldn't finish the article. I couldn't finish.
So now you see why people are leaving, because it's just beyond the money, the level of insecurity. I feel like it's a nonchalance from the leaders. Like it's like they don't care.
It's not nonchalant.
So it's what? It's like
It's intentional. It has to be like that's
It's the only way you
Bro,
control
the
people.
BBC Africa guys sat down with bandits guys. Asked one of the guys, I saw it in the trailer.
Yeah.
Are you the guy that kidnapped the girls from so and so? The guy say yes, I am.
with no apology.
Do you know why? Because
They
he
are
said-
backing.
Bro, fam, I was listening to a podcast like 2 years ago where they were breaking down how I think terrorism in Afghanistan is funded by opium trade, cocaine trade, and arms dealing. Bro, fam, how do you think these guys are making money? They are the Boko Haram is not just Boko Haram anymore.
It's
It's not just Boko Haram
It's
anymore. Fam, there are rumors that the Saudi Arabian government sponsors terrorism across the world. It's the room, and if this person says it, this report says it, another report says it, there's bound to be some truth in it.
I don't know.
Shout out to Nigerian journalists. You all have been in journalism for a minute.
Shout out to us, bro.
It's not even safe. So when I see people drag,
Hello.
please, when I
Hello. Let Nigerian journalists get the flowers.
no, I'm saying
No,
no.
she-
Shut up.
Shut up your stinking mouth. I'm even saying that it's not even safe for
not safe
them.
for them, yeah,
And you still get people clamoring on social media. They're not doing enough. That guy that went to go and interview those bandits, if he had died, what would they say? What would they say to the guy?
He didn't do enough.
His family members, are they going to sponsor his family members or sponsor his children if he has any? Like,
It's
shout out to
crazy,
the
man.
Nigerian journalists. They're doing the hard work.
It's crazy. Now, the latest, you heard now, Dana has shut down.
Yeah. Dana
Aero
contractors
contractors.
Has shut down.
Even the Arik is
Arik
Planning
might
to.
Shut, yes,
So
Arik
they're
is
saying
planning
they say stay where you are.
to. Stay at home.
Stay at home.
Stay at home. There's
Because-
COVID. There's COVID outside.
There's COVID
if you
outside.
travel by road, they go kidnap you.
Voila.
Now,
There's no way to fly. Train no day. Even train now, they yes say Lagos Ibadan now, wahala.
The few airlines wasted
brother.
the economy is 70k flat.
It's going to get
Economy is
200 very
going to
soon.
get to 100.
My people.
This is the worst government.
So people are saying I
the
should
history
not
of
dare
Nigeria.
Nigerian presidents. Nigerian politicians. I can't see any of the guys coming up being this bad.
This is the
I just
worst.
can't.
I
Like,
promise.
it's impossible.
Like how bad, how worse can it get than
It's
this?
not. It's
I
not
promise.
possible.
Yes, I
Everything
promise.
like-
I promise.
Anything
Everything
that
is
goes past
shutting
this, we are
down.
going into a civil war.
Yes.
Like it can't get worse than this. As a nation, it's bro. If it passes this level, we are going to see a civil war.
Have you seen? Have you been
Oh,
following
cool.
the Sri Lanka? You know, Sri Lanka is in total chaos.
Yeah.
Like Sri Lanka is
What's the latest now,
upside down. No, like if you've been following it,
bro?
and you now watch Nigerian news,
You be like,
that's how their own started.
They're like,
That's why, you know,
we're
airlines
going
stop.
somewhere.
There's no longer fuel. There's no longer this. Now it's total chaos in Sri Lanka.
My brother.
Total chaos.
Like, it's bad.
My brother.
It's alarming how they're acting like something is like. Do you understand what's going on?
This particular, I know that in Nigeria, all of us have spirit of big manism. But you see this particular election, there's no big man. No.
What's big?
Everybody has to come outside. Everybody, like
Our
voting,
lives depend on it.
ABC, get it, register, vote. We were supposed to have people from INEC. Maybe we can reschedule and do that.
They're not even picking phone now again.
There go. It's fine. It's fine.
Afrobeats.
It's fine.
They show us Afrobeats. Starboy
It's
shit.
fine.
Mrs. Kemi,
It's
I'm
fine.
so sorry. Please pick my phone. Pick
It's
my
fine.
calls.
Please remember that all our collective features are in our hands. So please make sure you get your PVCs and vote for a better Nigeria. Okay. So
Says
yeah, on to less depressing things.
Afrobeats to the world.
I saw
like-
this.
Feels like music is Afrobeat is the only thing that's not depressing about
My
it.
brother, that's why
Yeah,
it's
that to tempo.
I actually
This boy okay.
Yeah, that to tempo.
shout out to all the people that make us. They wanted the story to go down on pause. Shout out
Tempo.
to
He
everybody.
said the one run out straight. He said mad.
Mad thing.
You mad a movie mad.
You said better. Collect
Oh my
your
God.
money.
Ha.
But that story is quite interesting.
It
Tempo,
is.
Asha, and P Prime
It
story.
is. I don't want people to mistake it for P Prime, man. That's what a lot of that happened on the space yesterday.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's not Tempo and P
It's
Prime.
not
It's Tempo and
P Prime,
Asha.
It's Tempo and Asha.
Tempo and P Prime are good.
Yeah.
Stars Academy boys.
I mean, I hope so.
They'll be good. They'll be fine.
I hope so.
They'll be
I
fine.
hope so because I think they're mature enough to understand that it's not.
That
it's
could
not,
more
it's
or
not
less
deep.
have been any other producer, if not P Prime.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
could have been anybody.
Yeah.
else.
And some people were trying to push the agenda that okay, P Prime must have known. But what do you want him to say? No, it's very tough for him to have said
What
no.
if
in
he,
that
what if he
situation.
didn't know?
See,
Right?
it's possible.
That I didn't
One,
know.
that thing. That's I don't know if people say the long because yesterday I wasn't feeling too well, so I couldn't stay long. But that thing of producer give beats to another artist give beats to another producer to they produce a common die.
Movie
They
mad.
do They've been doing it. It's not.
It's the bread and butter in this industry.
They've been doing it for a minute.
So, how does this even work, right? When you call a producer in to work with you,
May
to
not
play-
boy come talking on.
So is it that you okay? So you've already given the artist the beat.
Yes, and maybe
So-
for some reason you can't. Two of you can't.
Are you not,
So it's
are you not
different
collecting your
things.
beat back?
So it's different things. Sometimes, maybe there are things they want you to add you're not getting. Right? Sometimes it's an issue of you guys are not agreeing on splits or money or whatever. Most times this happens when they have sang on the beat. So because the artist has voiced on it, they know what they want it to sound like. So when they can't agree, they literally take it, say, remake this thing for me. There are cases where the person that remakes it even
Excel. So my point is the
Extra
point
spice.
where you guys agree that it's not working between the both of you. isn't the producer supposed to collect the beats back, or is it already on the artist's laptop or something?
I
You
mean,
have recorded on it.
you have recorded
You don't
on
have the
it.
stems, but you have the file.
Yeah, the person has the file. So if any producer
Just
hears
play,
it,
they know what it is.
they go pakurupa.
So the only thing I want to see, you also have to understand it from the artist, from the perspective of the artist.
Yes.
It's very difficult for them to let go of certain songs, and that's fine.
Yeah, but pay for it.
No, Melody. See, I've seen situations where, and I'm not saying that that's what happened in this
In this
situation.
situation, just speaking generally.
I know some of the things in this situation that I can't say right now, but in this part, in other situations I've seen where producers are overcharging. Excel knows this situation I'm talking about. Where a producer is overcharging, artists like the song and thinks it could be like a good song for his album, right? In that situation, do you want the artist to go and overpay the producer just because he's desperate for the song?
What do you mean by overpay?
No, there's a concept of overpaying.
But artists be
Melody, why is every producer in Nigeria not charging the same amount as
for
SARS?
artists be charging for shows and be collecting ridiculous amount of money
Melody,
for shows.
that's
What are you
that. It
saying?
doesn't make sense.
But
Melody,
they do it too.
No. Okay, why?
Even with
Wait,
artists,
Excel.
there's
Why?
overcharging.
And they do it.
Wait. Why is this clothes that you're wearing not the same thing as the thing that Beyonce is wearing?
My Beyonce.
Exactly. Like everybody can't charge the same amount. Just because SARS is charging $10,000 per record doesn't mean you can charge $10,000.
You're not SARS.
Bro, you're not fucking SARS.
Shout out to Mizu.
Excel. You
I
are back.
missed that episode. I missed it.
Bro. Like it's also a problem because a lot of them have also seen situations that pay them $10,000 for a beat. Now they want to be charging that cross board. It doesn't work like that now.
I get it doesn't work like that. Of course, it's
But
overcharging.
the problem is, you know how we always say that the problem of people is excess.
Yes, no.
So for a long time, artists have not been paid.
Been paying them.
Right?
Now with their eye don't open.
Yeah, excess. They are now overdoing. That's just the issue.
But sometimes as well, artists are still very entitled.
Yes, of course.
They're
Yes.
still very entitled.
Yes.
But that's not in every situation. In some situations, now the producer they call some. That's the truth.
And let's not also forget that when it comes to this producers, and we're saying we're having the conversation around overcharging. These producers sometimes feel they need to make the money that they need to make, maybe per beat or on one thing, because they don't know if the next person is going to come and underpay them.
Melody.
You
can't. And you know what? It's like you want to go and buy jeans because the person doesn't know that it's not necessarily going to sell jeans. Now sell the jeans for 25,000. I don't understand.
And I say I must make all my money.
Bro,
Here.
carry all your body and put it on one thing. You know what you call that thing? Ogbejeli. Put blood.
Especially with Afrobeats, producers have seasons.
Yes, now.
So
No, not in Afrobeats alone, everywhere.
so a lot of them, they are thinking is.
Do you understand? Let me just make the money now because a new person.
Hey, but you are not going to make that money if you are overcharging.
Collect
Don't you
your
understand?
money.
Tolani,
Wake up.
do artists overcharge or not?
They do.
Melody, there's not. Wait,
Artists
Excel. I know artists where you and I know that artists there's a fee that this is my fee. If you negotiate certain deals with them that is below their fee, they'll collect them.
Yes.
Come on.
True.
Only one artist doesn't do that in this country, and you know the person. Only one.
So the producers now, Tolani, if the producers are saying that if you're working with someone, the person say this is my fee, you now get to the point and say my money is so expensive. Give me my beats now. Why are you reworking my beats? Why is Tolani pandering to the feelings
I'm not
of artists?
pandering. No.
Tolani defend artists.
How?
Which one?
You just
Which of the Tolani?
Tolani just said it now that it is difficult for the artist to return the song.
No. I said sometimes.
Tolani, but should it be?
Melody, you are not understanding what I'm saying. There are situations where the artist, I literally said it here. There are situations where the artist is the entitled one.
Yes.
There
which
are
is
those
often the
situations,
case.
and it's not in all cases. Don't get it twisted.
Yes, it's not in all cases.
A lot of cases right now, producers they overcharge.
Tolani, artists that will not give credit.
Are you Blaze Beats? I don't understand. Bro. You can't play normal thing. You are a beat maker, bro. Do you know how much artists are charging in this game? And producers are charging.
Not AQ. Tolani saying the other day that beat makers are not producers.
No, it's the truth now.
Say some of you are just beat makers. But to be honest, artists are the same people that won't give songwriters
I can't even understand if Tempo says I want to collect $5,000, $6,000 advance. It's fine. It's Tempo. Mad.
My point is that artists are the same people that won't give songwriters credit. Artists are the same people that will be raising people's name from credit. They're the same ones that won't pay producers. Why? It's because for the longest they've been spoon feeding these guys. They pampered them. They make it look like they're the beginning and the end of everything. How can an artist say? How can someone come on the light to say that? I'm not shout out to the persons, but say that sometimes the artists are vibing. If you ask for your money to ruin their vibe. Hey, hey,
Oh, Melody went in.
hey. I'm hungry. You see, you're vibing.
Melody went in.
I'm like, huh?
Guy.
Are you serious?
You know when Melody started stammer? She went in.
I was so confused.
You know when they call balls in?
You say that because the mood, your money asking for the mood to change everything. I'm like, bro, no. That is everybody coddling these people. They are artists and they're adults, bro. You can't be calling people's feelings and be saying kini.
So see, I think producers are still their own problems in this situation.
Yes.
They are their own
I agree.
problems.
Because why are you reworking the beats?
No, that's not what
I'm saying that one too.
That's not like I was trying to provide a solution yesterday. I was trying to provide a solution yesterday where, bro, before you even start working, present a price charter. Bro, if you want me to come for a session, 3 hours, this is the fee. 2 days, this is the fee.
But you know, the funny thing is, it depends on who is calling you.
Bro, I know. But if the only reason why we have these problems is because it's a style that has been going on for a long time. If we make it a standard that before any producer comes to meet you, they are presenting something. Someone on their team is presenting something to you. So you know what to expect beforehand.
And also, don't they have producers association? Why are you guys quiet? Don't they have like producers association or something?
Anything association in Nigeria, Melody. Anything association in Nigeria. Anything association, organization. Anything.
Because I feel like if the producers come together to agree that we will not rework anybody's beats,
Story.
the artists will pay the
Story for town.
like look out for each
Story. Stories.
I want to tell you a story.
Meanwhile, how you guys feeling on Omah Lay's album?
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, Melody is going to say some shit.
No, I'm not going to say any shit.
I think it's a really good album.
There's something that happened with that album that I don't understand.
What's it?
Yeah. What?
The album drops.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like telling
A song that is not on the album at all goes number 1 on Apple Music Top 100.
Which one, Ghana?
Damn. It went number 1. Straight.
Number 1.
You know what this guy told me?
Who be that?
You should I say it?
I thought this guy said maybe they sent the wrong song to the streaming farms.
Except
I was joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. Come on, it's a joke and a joke.
but that happens a lot of times
But
now. It happens. Not a lot of times,
Melody,
but no,
listen,
wait.
the song is not on the album.
Yes, I get it, but people will now go back to check out the artist and find out a new
No,
song.
it's not that fast. You don't understand. The album came out. That song, whoop. And when he fell.
It was kind of weird.
And when he fell 98.
It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird.
I was like, what's in it?
I didn't see that. Bro.
And then it was only one song. Remember that period when I called, it was just one song. I forgot. What song was that?
I'm a mess.
I'm a mess.
Yeah.
I'm a mess was not
That's
the
one
only
people talk
song
about the most
from
right
the
now.
album in the top 100. I'm like, wait, how? Explain this.
It was kind of weird.
Algorithm.
I would like some explanation for that.
Yes.
It was kind of weird.
It does.
So was it the same day the album dropped, that song went to number
Yes,
1?
no.
Yes.
And it came back down the same day?
Next
No.
day.
The next day?
Or 2 days later.
No, like 2 days, 2 or 3 days.
Huh.
And I was like,
I just feel like when artists drop music, the fans go check out the artist and they find other
But this is
songs.
Nigerian. This is Apple Music 100 Nigeria.
Yes, and them is one of the biggest Omah Lay songs in
if
Nigeria.
them,
One of the
see,
most popular.
if them,
In Nigeria.
In Nigeria, I said in Nigeria.
yes, but if
Them
them
are
was
the
on the
popular
album,
songs.
Melody.
If it wasn't in Nigeria, I would understand. But
If
this is
them,
Nigeria.
this Apple Music Nigeria, them was a big song here already. One, if them was on the album, I would understand.
Love Wanting Sin never got back to number 1 on Apple Music Top 100, even when it was big outside the country. Do you understand?
But what do you think about the album?
It's a good album. It's a really good album.
I think it's a good album too. But the question I'm asking is, are people going to remember the album?
They will remember it, but it depends on how the singles perform and how the marketing goes. Like, people will remember it for being a good album, but there's a way people talk about albums. Do you understand?
Debut albums.
No, not even debut album, like classic albums. Like,
Yeah.
when people talk about it in realms of the classic albums.
But do you also agree that when it comes to artists and dropping albums, like it's like their debut albums can be very defining for the artist's career.
Not really.
No, not in the digital
Not
age.
anymore.
Not
Not in
anymore.
the digital age, no.
Because at some point,
Bro, if
people used to
Kiss
be crazy about
if
it.
Kiss Daniel almost sank and came back like this, anything is possible.
No, not in the digital
Not
age.
now.
Anyways, I like the honesty of the album. It feels like there are certain emotions, there are certain conversations that
It's a very emotional.
very emotional. And a
Now
Afro
we're seeing
emo,
Bigfoot call him Afro emo.
honest,
It's an incredible album.
yeah.
It's a really
Honest
like
with the
as
emotions.
an
I love
experience.
it.
It's
As an experience is
incredible
beautiful. Yes, as an experience is beautiful.
Incredible album.
As an experience is
It's
beautiful.
just that I really wanted to. I wanted people to talk about it like they talk about Laughter, Tears, and Goosebumps.
I really want people
I
to
feel
talk
like
about
it belongs in that type
that
of
category,
conversation.
right? Belongs in that category.
Quality wise, yeah.
So
You don't think so?
You don't-
I think the reason.
Respectfully.
No.
decline,
I think that hindsight is 2020, right?
Actually.
Hindsight is 20. Like the only reason why we are saying that right now is because we have seen what Laughter, Tears, and Goosebumps has done. When Laughter, Tears, and Goosebumps dropped, I remember when this babe called me.
yes, I was like, Tonani, what's up with this album? Like, why? What is going?
As a matter of fact, when I wrote the review and I gave it 7.5, I got another call.
No, the album After Tears and Goosebumps.
But
The
but
first
Tonani,
time for a lot of people, there was a
I loved it immediately.
Tonani, on the first listen, people were already going bonkers on social media about
That's
the
what
album.
I'm saying. No. But well, that was influencer marketing as well.
Maybe
Some people
because the noise
maybe
was
people like you
ridiculous.
was organic. Bro, nothing is organic in this game anymore.
Yeah.
If they are
With that
done,
noise.
if that shit was done with Omah Lay's album, we'll be having a different
I
conversation
just
now.
noticed something.
Yeah.
They don't do reverse influencer marketing.
They're still doing it.
It's not as bad.
not as popular
before.
as it used
And
to be.
because
It's
na playlist the chopper now.
Actually.
Bro.
Actually.
Playlist the chopper.
Laughter, Tears and Goosebumps. Album will end with prophecy. Wait and see. Yeah. That's my favorite song. I love that.
Nah.
album.
You
I love that
know
song.
my favorite song on that album. That what became my favorite song on that album. Shout out to Nigerian Baddies, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going through my phone one day and I was going through someone's Instagram stories
Yeah.
or highlights, and I just saw someone. Low waist, oh, the way the girl was moving her low waist, I fell in love with that song.
with the girl or with the song.
Both. I was in
That
I was in
album,
love with the girl's
That
waist.
song no get video.
Bro.
Like I do, no get video.
Yes. Which is weird.
True.
Yes, no.
Like I do, no get video.
Bro,
And
that
like I do is one of his best songs.
it's one of the biggest songs on that album actually.
One of the biggest songs now. No get video.
So I didn't like the album. I didn't like the album. I didn't like it as much the first listen.
Was
And I
over
think it was
time.
because of the influencer marketing on that album
Ha!
was loud.
Fireboy had to work now.
No, let's not lie.
He had to work.
The album was good, but the influencer marketing was out of
I
it.
like
Was
that album.
bonkers.
Everything about
Was
the
out of
album.
here.
Album art, simple cover.
It was out of here. And I think it also created a false reality for a lot of Nigerian artists that they could do it by themselves.
Nah, they don't need to feature anybody on their debut album.
No, but before
You are not Ruga. You are not Ruga.
before Fireboy did it,
Kukuruku beat. Come on.
before Fireboy did it, I feel like the that's how Maven's stars are always introduced to us with
Not
EPs
really.
where they are not
Not really.
featured, where they don't feature anybody.
Not really.
No, they feature each other.
They feature
Even
each other.
stars feature each other.
M2M is possibly
They
the
feature
greatest
each other.
debut
now.
album
That's what they
Baby
normally
never
do. They'll
dropped.
feature
No, not
each other.
Mavens, not Mohit now. Mavens. This is their new dispensation. When they
They
introduce us
feature
to
each
the
other.
artist,
That's what they do.
No, on
Their
their
debut.
EP, on the EP, debut EP.
they don't feature anybody.
All these them from Rema them.
Yes, when they introduce them, it's always them alone. That has been the style.
Man alone. Anyway, but let's not go there.
Guys, so I don't even know if I should have this conversation.
What's the conversation? Are you pregnant?
And I'll announce it on the
yeah.
pod.
But our listeners are family.
So, shut up.
Are you guys not family?
Extended family.
Write family in the comment section.
What is it? So for an artist, right? When you're on the come up, do you owe the guys that came up with you loyalty?
What?
The artists. When you're on the come up, or when you're like your career and everything, do you owe the guys that maybe
That's
they
a very
were
good
on your
question, though.
team at some, maybe when you dropped your first project, your second project, do you
What
owe
made
them
you ask this
loyalty?
question?
God, I don't know.
Let's say you don't get some kind of money, you won't betray us.
No.
You want to leave
So
the guys.
a couple of days. Oh God, I don't know. A couple of days ago, right? No, I don't think I should say this. But
Say now, talk.
no, I don't want to. Please.
Talk.
Does
this
it involve
guy.
an artist?
Yes, of course it does.
Is it a big artist?
The artist betray you.
Me. Still concern artists. I was having a conversation with oh God, let's move on. But do artists owe their team members?
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So say-
Was this conversation on
okay,
radio?
So let me say what happened. I won't mention names. Good. That's a good way to go. So I had an interview that
They know the interview, so don't say it.
Wait,
No.
you did
it
this
wasn't
on
on radio. It was off radio over the
Okay.
weekend.
Oh, okay.
You know, some people invited me to speak on
Shouts,
music,
that's Afrobeats.
and there were some people. Oh God, no! And someone that I knew at some point with an artist. Remember the first time this guy had an interview at my radio station? This person came with the artist, and he was one of the guys, you know, on the.
Is young girl married? Sorry.
I'm not sure. He was one of the guys on the he was on the panel. So I now asked him, so during the interview, we're not talking, but someone asked him about the artist. Oh, how far your artist? Because his artist just dropped a new song. And we're like, well, how far is your artist? And like, who is that? She's like, I don't know that person. And we're like, hey? Your artist that you were promoting, oh, I can't remember, sorry. Who's that person again? And we were like, what? She said, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know that person anymore. And I'm like, hey, this industry is vicious. So, and after the interview, this guy went on talking about how people who work with artists need to look out for themselves more.
Oh, that's a fact. Artists are very selfish.
And he kept saying, do not put the artist's
Artists
needs
are very
over yours.
selfish.
And I saw somebody on
Artists are
Twitter that
very
was talking about how someone wanted to invest in her, and she was about to tell the person at the time that the person should invest in her artist instead of giving her the investment. That she's grateful to God she never did that. And also,
Artists are very selfish.
and also the person that person is managing too. So it's like,
Artists are very
it's just
selfish.
like these guys be showing their team members
So,
fire.
I think that the thing there is, because now the thing there is, if a manager,
The thing there is.
Say it, see.
no, let's look at this from this.
Let's see how the thing go.
Let's imagine a manager, right? A manager, by some means or another means, whatever, blows up before his or her artist that he's managing. Maybe he does a business deal on the side. He becomes.
Does
very
that
rich.
happen?
I mean, it happens. There are situations like that. Maybe you get a DSP job or Apple Music or whatever. You shall begin to make it faster than your artist.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not possible that you two will abandon your artist?
That's not true.
My point is, it's human nature.
No, I don't think
Where
so.
I'm going that is that thing is human nature. It's not an artist thing.
Is it or is it more popular with the artist?
That's true. But there are dynamics to that.
Yes, I
Do you know what the dynamic is? When that person blows up, the other job that they have is a distraction.
Yeah.
And that's why they're not going to be focused on the artist.
Yeah.
But when it's the situation of an artist blowing up with someone, you still need to rely on that person.
Yeah.
Right? That's the difference. But the problem here is, yes, it is human nature. But the bottom line is that artists are the ones. See, when artists blow up, I keep saying something. For you to be able to make music in one corner in Egbeda and think that people all over the world can dance to that song, you must be a grade A narcissist. All creatives are narcissists. All creatives are narcissists. For you to want to record a podcast and think that 1,000 people can listen and enjoy it, you must be a narcissist. And you need that narcissism. But with artists, it gets to another level where they can actually go out and see the people jamming to the music. They can literally see it.
See the reaction.
3,000 people singing your song back to you. It changes a lot of things. The problem now becomes, in certain situations where people feel like artists are ungrateful, it's just because you yourself didn't lift your game.
That's the manager now.
Yeah. That's a great point, because I was going there, right? Because Jay-Z was on this. Kevin Hart has this talk show.
Yes, I watched it.
Yeah.
So Jay-Z there was a place where Jay-Z talked about money.
Yeah.
And how being very rich has spoiled a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
With family members and stuff.
Yes,
like that.
because you're trying to enjoy your family shit and everybody's asking you for handout.
Yeah, and
It's crazy.
And everybody's asking for money. And it's like his own problem is he even appreciates the people that he sees, like the people he would help are the people he sees on their own trying to do shit and make shit happen for themselves, rather than the one that will come and say, oh, I have this, give me like 2 million, give me $2 million in the next 2 years, I'll give you like 5 million. It's like, that's not how money works. I know how money works. I'm rich. That's not how it works.
I know how money works.
That's
I'm
not
rich.
how it works, And a lot of times when like the artist blows up, let's put it in the music space. When this thing you said is very real. When the artist blows up, the manager, even Godwin Thomas talked about this a lot of times, because he always tells managers that keep scaling up, evolving, make yourself better, because you know what will happen. There's a place that artists will blow up to
where you will not be able to carry the artist
you can't carry the artist anymore. It's not even an issue of loyalty. Your knowledge is limited. There's nothing you can add. There's no value.
You can't walk into certain rooms. Do you know why Asai can manage a video? Because Asai is not just an artist manager anymore. That guy moves like a fucking negotiator right now. It's like a business
he has his
manager.
own company. He has his own thing.
No, forget that company shit. It's like a business manager these days. Because he can make deals happen. He's confident. He has personality.
It's just what it is.
And then another thing that I noticed about a lot of managers is when an artist blows up, they lose their own personality.
They become...
I saw something at Fowler's listening party. A manager was literally leading the artist to the seat, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Leading the artist to the seat.
Like, there was an artist that came. So while Files was on stage doing this thing, there was an artist that came,
and the manager was ushering the artist.
Bro, like clearing the road. I'm like, that's fucked up. Right there. The artist is not going to respect you.
Yeah.
It's not going to respect you.
There are things you have to let the artist.
Bro, let the artist. See, you have to understand some
That's
things.
not a room full of. That's not a stadium.
Bro, it's a place where the guy can go find his seats.
Yeah. It's literally like a room like this. But they form paparazzi.
Here's not the problem with that. Don't do that, because at the end of the day, the relationship is going to crash. It is going to crash. So if you start trying to get your own self-respect from the ground up, and you and the artists are starting to have problems, then walk out.
It's just what it is.
Just walk out.
Because it's like, are you trying to play on my insecurity? Do you want me to stay insecure for you to feel elevated?
Because when someone that is
do you like me being down so you can be up?
When someone that is narcissistic no longer respects you,
bro,
you go collect.
Bro,
there is no.
Bro,
there's one video. It did YouTube. Where Kanye West they power for Chance the Rapper.
I've not seen that.
One of the times he had his meltdown in Wyoming. So Chance, what was this comedian guy? That guy, Dave Chappelle, a bunch of people went to go check on him. And so I think Chance was now talking to him like, bro, you need to calm down. You're going crazy. Stop with the supporting Trump shit. You know this kind.
Yeah, you go change that
more. My brother Kanye opened on the guy. I saw your album saying selling, bro. You're not real, bro. The video did.
That's facts, though.
What's mean by that's facts? You guys,
video
please.
Day.
You guys.
Pandas sometimes.
Pandas to what?
The video.
Chance of acid rap is different from chance of the big day now.
Yes, a very big difference.
So are you saying because Chance is now maybe more socially aware and more socially...
Is Solomon Bucci not a pandara? Does it not portray social awareness? Does it not pander? Two things can be true.
Speaking about Solomon Bucci, maybe just good.
Let's just finish that Solomon Bucci. Okay. And he para for the guys. This respect no day here.
Bro.
Respect. And that, like, I think with one thing people need to understand about friendships or relationships are built on two strong pillars: love and respect.
Love and respect. Yes, I agree.
Someone can have love for you
and not respect you.
I agree.
And sometimes, my brother, in most situations with artists and managers, there is no love.
There's no love.
It's just use.
It's
so
a need
the
least you should have there is
respect. And the moment you don't have it, it's all over.
It's all over. Shout out Peruzzi.
Starboy shit.
But I think it's important for people to learn how to place their ego aside and just respect. I feel like lots of times.
Not when I got 1 million fans singing my lyrics.
No, I'm speaking about friendship generally, the artists and relationships. I feel like the reason people lose respect for people is maybe because they place the respect on the value the person brings in, as opposed to who that person is.
And people can see, and another thing is creatives see this. So,
do you understand?
Creatives are very. Like, they are very aware of the people that are there because of the lifestyle.
Yes. So if I love you as a person for who you are, and I respect you,
it's about human beings.
Yeah. If I love you as except as my guy, I love you for who you are. I respect you for who you are as my friend. If you decide to move from your job to another job, it shouldn't change how I feel about you. If you lose your job, you get sacked, or you get into an issue, I shouldn't lose respect for you because you don't have the money you used to have months ago. Do you understand? Lots of times people place value and respect on what the person is bringing, not on the entity.
True.
Capitalist relationships.
Thank you.
Then quid pro quo.
So it's like, oh, what
I mean,
you bring to
it's
my
also a
table?
business relationship, but I've also realized that artist agents and client relationships can't be totally business. It can't work. It can't be. It should be,
That's why
but it can't be.
like, your manager is your confidant.
Yeah.
Your right hand man.
Your
Things
confidant, like,
that.
your
For
manager will
example,
see
bro.
you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
You understand?
They know you at your core. They know the real you.
Cover up shit.
Do you understand? When the artist is even missing, and the artist manager will be there be doing
It's like agents and
They'll
sportsmen.
move the girls to the backstage.
God.
There's a song on
Kiss Daniel.
Hook. Is it not Hook?
Manager go run the package.
Anytime where
Run the package to backstage.
Manager go see the girl, go know the girls are like. Manager go run the package.
Move the package to backstage.
Move from backstage to fuckage.
But how is that even possible?
In this Afrobeats, Melody,
Like
have
how?
do you live under a rock?
So I don't understand.
I know.
Are you not seeing people throwing pata at
I know a
Ruga?
manager that him and the artist have sign. They have sign. Anytime
Afrobeats just walked in.
Shout out to niggas in the building.
That's Afrobeats.
Is it Afro Kalakuta?
I know a manager that him and the artist they have signal. The manager go there inside crowd or close to the stage when they perform. So he gets some kind girl saying go sing, go say, hey! Then if you just stop the DJ, just stop one thing. I want you to turn to you and say you're beautiful. We go end for that person, for that babe.
So that's the cue.
Like it could be anything, but the I see say
Now they end.
Run out.
Run the
And
people
they use women to run it as sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me run that package. And it's the game. Melody, see, when you're a star boy, you don't need to hustle for pussy. Forget, I even star boy, bro. That's real.
So your manager just say you're beautiful.
Oh, by the way, I heard what's her name? Is pregnant, Starboy's woman.
My brother,
We don't know for a fact.
Afrobeats
Bro,
Union.
It's just a rumor. We saw a picture, but it doesn't even look like
Afrobeats
a
Union, my brother.
Essence, the essence.
Excel.
You don't need no
you in the morning, but I need you. No.
You don't need no one.
Let me tell you something. When you hug see, your mother is going to tell you when you're a young man that when you get with a woman and you start blossoming, hug that woman. My brother.
You know the funny thing? I will never understand why men say these things. You guys are absolutely ridiculous. They'll be like, when I started dating this girl, I started getting
my brother, it is real.
No,
when I started,
no.
when I started having sex with this girl,
It's real.
they'll say,
Some
we are
girls,
dating a girl.
you have canal knowledge,
Bro.
You have sex with.
Things start moving mad.
Things start falling apart. Literally, your life will be like Okonkwo after he killed Ikemefuna.
But does that happen? Does that happen?
Yes. This is not a joke. Yes.
So does that mean also?
Let me tell you guys a story.
Maybe her pussy
For
does
lack
not
of
work.
a better phrase,
let me say
some women.
let
No,
me
don't
say
say
the
that
story.
story. I know
Let
the
me
story.
say
Don't say that story.
Let me say the story.
Some women have just bad energy. Bad.
So
vibes.
what? You lose your job. People stop calling you for a job. You just.
Things go just.
Mel, let me tell you something. There was a night that I lived with a
75.
woman. I
Imagine saying you knock one babe, turn, check phone, next thing dollar is 675.
So now, so the girl.
The fuck is that?
So it's the girl's fault that the economy is bad.
Wait till me that. Why this? Why this? Before you came, dollar was like 650. Before I started chatting with you, it was 600. Now 670.
Extra was about to say something.
Bro, there was a day that I went to fix my car. I took my car to Igbo. I even painted it. My guy, now I come back. Go do something.
Canal knowledge.
Next morning, as I was coming to work.
Yeah.
Next morning, that way they just paid.
Yeah.
They bash am for back.
And it's the girl's fault. Suddenly you are silly.
Wait.
You're blaming her for your bad
Wait.
It's normally not
Wait.
one thing. It's normally not
Wait.
one
Okay.
I reach office.
thing.
I reach office that morning. Mr. Bello park new car for there. And they me will be say, and they reverse well.
Oh my
Expert.
god.
Bro.
Dominic Torero.
Dominic. drank the transporter, my brother.
So like, what happened to your car?
My brother, I bashed him.
And it's the pussy you fucked the last night. Why can't you
when
just
I
take
stopped.
responsibility for your actions?
When I stopped.
Your car got
everything
better.
was back to normal.
This is so fucking ridiculous. How can you be blaming someone that you fucked the night for your bad
I'm
driving
telling you,
skills?
that's why sometimes you need to just stop fucking and go to Christ. Be a new creature again.
Bro.
You need to wash yourself anew.
Wash them. Wash
No,
yourself. well.
for real though. No,
I've heard it. I've
we
heard
might be
it.
joking.
That some people are
might be
actually
joking.
bad luck that it
Do you,
happens.
if you believe in the spiritual,
Oh, of course, spiritual controls the
Exactly.
physical. Like you fuck some people, or you meet with a woman,
and it's not
lose
because
your job, you're not
and
making
sometimes
money
what
anymore.
I've gathered, I'm gonna sound somehow.
Just say
What I've gathered when I've spoken to like people of
Research.
higher spiritual understanding
Analysis.
is that it's not the fact that the woman is a witch or something. Sometimes it's just that you guys don't.
your energies don't match.
Bad energy.
That's what I've
stay
get.
And I'm sure that
far
during that
out.
It doesn't mean the person is bad energy. You guys just don't match.
Your
That's what
energies
I gather.
just
and sometimes it's just because that person don't share spirit.
with another person, and the person's spirit.
That's
has,
what I gathered. I'm not saying it's a fact.
And another thing that I've learned is that just because, as a man, just because you meet a babe and you guys like your energies align, you guys connect, doesn't mean it has to be sexual.
Facts.
Yes.
Doesn't mean it has to.
You guys can just be friends.
Facts.
You can't fuck everybody. Literally,
You can try. You can try.
put your prick in your pants. You literally can't fuck
Melody,
everybody.
and what if everybody wants to fuck me?
Like, sometimes that's the issue. That's the issue.
That's
the
how you
issue now.
That's how you know a high value man,
Yeah.
which we don't have a lot of. As a high value man, you place premium on your penis. The fact that everybody wants you don't mean you give your penis to everybody.
What if you are doing CSR, charity,
Community service. Charity. Just for our sector. What's all this? Are you okay? Community service. Community service.
Oh my God!
service.
CSR dick.
Nobody wants a man that is random and has access, and everybody has access to.
Let me tell you
and you've
something.
been everywhere.
No,
You
let me
put
tell
your
you
prick in
something.
your pants.
No,
Have
let me
some
tell you
dignity. Have some value for your prick. Have some dignity.
Melody.
How many children does Wizkid have? Answer that question. How many children does Wizkid
Melody,
have?
answer.
I don't know. Three kids.
Is it 3?
It's 3.
It's 3.
Yeah.
Upcoming fourth.
Make I find person. Make I find person will get plenty children. Who get plenty
Two-Face.
children? How many children does Two-Face has? A lot.
I think 6 or so.
Seven.
6, 7, right?
They still they find them.
It's not about
There's
children.
still the-
No, it's not about children.
All I'm saying is like being around the world, yeah. Conquered many things.
And people want that experience.
Yes.
Oceans.
Yes.
I'm not going to do this with you. I'm not going to do that.
But man, there's nothing like a high value. Bro, let me tell you something. They literally called a very, very esteemed, handsome Nollywood actor community dick. But guess what? The community is getting bigger. It's not a country. Woo! What do you mean? Woo!
Listen, my point is, please place some value on yourself. Do not just restrict that
The
value.
point is, man, no
but those where? This is a man. Men are everywhere. Victor
Yes,
is
they are
a
men.
man. Is Victor
These
a
are men
woman?
of timber
and caliber.
Are they not men?
Mel, that's Spotify money. Do you understand?
It's not about that. It's not about that.
If this boy
No.
walk inside some certain place,
That is it.
it's all over.
No, my point is, men are everywhere. Stop saying men are not everywhere. I beg you with that
Melody, you need to
dead
listen.
narrative.
If this boy walk inside certain places, it's all
not,
over.
No, it's not a Victor.
You don't need to. You don't need to look for women anymore.
Oh,
Oh.
I hope you guys know that. The way you guys think good men are scarce.
Melody, I'm
Good
telling
women
you
are
for a fact.
Are good women scarce?
Bro,
You don't
leave
mean
this
it.
babe.
Really? Really? I didn't know. Update. Thank you. We had no idea.
Well, let me tell you
Oh
something. That's the
I
truth.
beg you, go and rest.
Speaking of good women, shout out to all our rappers that are getting married.
Bro.
Last year, Luce married. Tech just got married. Emma
Emma's
Emma's
married.
getting married. What's going on? Seems like the hard guys are going soft.
Vector is engaged, I think.
Oh wow!
Is he?
Yes, no.
Wow.
Yeah, he announced it when he had a baby, I think. That
Interesting.
was his fiance.
Yes. He actually used fiance.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
So, but
Tech
hip hop
got
is
married
not supposed to
yesterday.
be like.
Let me tell you something.
Congratulations, Tech. Yes, make una know they scream anyhow for show them camp events again.
Please don't be betraying
Hotel
panties.
girls, don't look at tech again. Close your eyes. Close it. Just drink the palm wine and go.
Enjoy the music and go home.
Just drink and go.
Anytime tech raps about pies, man, I lie they lie. You don't chop all the pies.
We don't catch them.
Now egg roll remain. And the egg roll plenty die. Egg rolls.
So what's happening? Why are the hip hop guys getting married?
They don't reach to marry now.
Melody, man, this street, you complain. They marry. You see, they ask questions.
No. I'm saying because you guys are always talking about how this year enjoying yourself as a single person.
No, but
if people were like psycho white people were getting married, we'll be worried. Then we'll be worried.
Or black bulls.
We'll be worried. Yeah, black bulls. Them. We'll be worried.
What will be left of the culture?
No, now come on, can't let the game down.
The
game needs them.
On my place, like why people won't go do another masters like this, so.
Psychology actually has a master.
Bro,
like it's wild.
That
boy is a robot.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
Or a PhD or something.
So speaking about love and speaking about men and women, Solomon Bucci posted, he announced a couple of days ago that he's getting married. So he posted his partner on social media and said, "You are not the most beautiful woman."
Pause.
One of these days, I am going to knock Solomon Bucci, my brother. I'm
knock
going to
like
knock
half
him. Don't
sex.
reply.
What do you by knock? Okay, have to. Oh,
see,
don't reply.
He starts with "You're not the most beautiful woman." Then what's the next line?
Neither are you the most intelligent woman,
bro.
Then he goes on to say, "But I've chosen to never find perfection in anyone else. I put my gaze on you, and with that commitment, we would mold ourselves for ourselves. Our perfection is in our commitment." Stating that you are not the most beautiful might sound like it's not a compliment, but it's a realistic base for real love. Acknowledging that my woman isn't the best, but I'm not looking for the best. I was looking for you and I found you. There's no best. There's just someone you choose.
When did they marry again?
They're not married. They're just engaged. I was looking for... You guys, let me be done. There's no best. There's just someone you choose and see the best in them. This to me is the real love, not the one that consoles itself in the full reality that their partner is the most good-looking, most intelligent, most successful person in the world. That is disingenuous and doesn't give room for love to thrive. My love for you isn't about you being the best. It's about you being you. There is just no other you.
Thinking about it now, I get what he's trying to do. No. I don't even think you say this shit in private.
You don't even say such. Who asked you?
I get what he's trying to say, but
what do you get?
What he's trying to say is you don't need to go for perfection when you love somebody. I get what he's trying to say. That's actually what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Which is a correct statement.
But the problem with him is no, that's not even the problem here. The problem here is when people are so used to social media and they know the right things to say to trigger a reaction.
Yeah.
It becomes a default situation. This guy has been performative for a long time. I am sorry.
That's Tony's opinion.
I don't give a fuck. One of these days, I go knock this, and I hope he doesn't reply. Women keep saying that, oh my God, you don't want something. You guys can literally see that this guy is very performative. But because it's streets pro women every time, you people want to embrace whatever he's saying. I mean, some women have been knocking him for the past few years. It's obvious that this person is very performative. It's very obvious. I'm sorry.
My brother, there is.
There's an audience for that.
Yes, now that's why it's performing.
But that's why it's performing.
Yeah, I feel like.
Can you come here? Can you come to the podcast?
Victor is in the building. Victor Akpala is stepping to the mic.
See, Tolani, listen to me and listen well.
Okay.
No matter who you are dating,
you don't say
that shit. As long as say now,
bro.
But she signed up for that. He's always been that, and she found him possibly in that light. You know what I mean?
How can you come out to introduce yourself and say she's not the most beautiful person?
Is she surprised?
I don't think she's surprised.
And so
how can? Of course she's surprised.
I don't think so.
There is no woman on earth.
Mad.
There is no woman on earth.
But is that different from what it typically does?
No, it's not. It's not.
He's
king of feminists.
So like
king of feminists, break out chains.
You guys are wrong. I'm sorry to cut you
That's
short.
what he called himself.
But you guys are wrong. Chill.
Yes, now he did artwork one time.
I didn't see King of Feminists.
Yes, King of Feminists, breaker of chains.
What does that
You didn't even
mean?
see the King of... It's King of Feminists I know Solomon
Okay,
Buchi
Solomon
from.
I mean,
I'm
feminists
not,
have
I'm
always
not,
had
I'm not
queens.
saying anything to you.
Exactly. You're not
What?
even- what? Are you a man? Are you a woman? What's King of Feminists? That's
Well,
such a
maybe
wrong
a guy
thing to
can be
say.
a feminist.
Yes.
Yeah, but you cannot be a king of feminism. Feminism is not about men. Don't center yourself in
And
feminism.
feminism doesn't. There's no hierarchy in feminism.
Yes. Are we looking for? Is this a kingdom? Are we looking for a king? What's king of
I
feminism?
mean, but you guys are,
Ew. And
What
it's
was
not
the
even about
reaction
men. It's
to
about
when he said
women.
that, though?
bruh.
So the thing is, from a Solomon Buchi, let me give you guys different perspective before we go in on everything. There are different layers to this. First and foremost, he is a relationship counselor. He's a relationship
Certified
coach.
or social media.
I don't know.
No. I'm curious. The thing is, I don't even know who this person is.
Oh,
to be fair.
so he even calls himself a life coach.
Okay.
Do you understand? He says he's a life coach. He goes on social media to advise people on relationship problems.
See it now.
Solomon
The artwork
Buchi,
he
first
did.
of his name, king of feminism, breaker of chains, destroyer of toxic masculinity, protector of house womanhood, seeker of truth, custodian of shattered tables,
There's an
enforcer.
audience for it, so.
Please. My point is, you're a relationship counselor, you're a relationship coach. People come to you with their own relationship problems. Do you see where there's a problem with that?
It's
First and
just-
foremost, because this is, you are advising people. People are putting
But this
relationships
is
in your
wild,
hands. So how can you be saying that? Will you tell a man that it's okay for them to tell their partner on social media that we're not the most beautiful person? What does that even mean?
This might sound a bit wild, and what I'm doing is pure speculation. But being on the streets as much as I have been, telling a woman you are
My
not
brother,
the most beautiful,
my
you are
brother,
not the most intelligent.
My brother,
Be it true or not.
There's nowhere to go from there.
fuck that shit. It
There's
doesn't
no-
have to be
No,
true.
There's nowhere
be,
to
no,
go.
Be it true or not. Any
Fuck your
woman
intentions.
that accepts that, where I'm even going.
I think I know
Any
where you're
woman
going.
that accepts that
I know where you're
statement
going.
and is, I'm fine with it, has issues.
Facts.
That's a narcissistic statement to
Has
make.
issues.
Facts.
Guys,
Because
do
wetin
you
be
know
that?
Do you
Bro,
know that?
women by nature, she sent
Are
you
you
picture of her
joking?
hair. You say that's fine.
You're in problem.
Bro.
You're in problem. You must
You're
say
in
that's
problems.
fine. That's great. Fire
Send you
emoji.
picture,
Bro,
now
love
put-
emoji.
Send you
heart
picture, now put
emoji.
one line of love. Are you serious? That's all you're going to say. Love. That means I'm just there. Do you understand? So no, do you know that
That's actually a very
there are
good
things where there are situations where partners, some people intentionally talk down on certain people so they have control over you. They make you feel like you're not the best. So it's like I'm doing you a favor.
But there are also partners.
It's also like a control tactic.
there,
for
there are also
different people.
partners who love that shit.
To be controlled.
Yeah.
It's a mindset thing. I don't think they love it.
I think
They
we
just don't
underestimate
know.
how many people want to be in toxic relationships.
Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her.
That's not true.
Fine.
People love a dysfunctional system. No.
Melody.
Dysfunctional people, like I think you're like, if we do an estimate, that more dysfunctional people than functional people,
Facts.
and people want to
Yeah.
be in what they're familiar with
Facts.
for the most part.
Professor Victor.
Because it's familiar. That's the only way you know.
Do you want to come on the mic?
Because
You don't want to talk.
you know, just to respond to what Victor said, just to understand, like to buttress what he said, because that's what you know. That's why some people hate to do the work to get better. They would rather just stay where they are. Do you understand? They don't want to take accountability. They don't want to do like self accountability, go to therapy, seek help. They're like, no worry, it's fine. Let me just stay there. Because
And
once
the
you face
thing
your
about
demons,
therapy, the thing about therapy is, like, when we say demons, these are like pop culture lexicons, right?
yes,
It's that's normalized. That's reality for many people.
Yes.
When you speak about demons and therapy, it's like you're
Just
speaking.
normal life.
It's like you're speaking through the lens of privilege.
yes.
Do you know what I
agree.
mean? Because
I
if
agree.
as someone that does therapy, I have a therapist. There's some people I won't tell I do therapy because it's going to be funny.
Facts.
They will even laugh at it.
Do you get what I mean?
I
It's
promise,
like, bro,
yeah.
now what would you do with this? Do you get what I mean? This is how we
Yes.
live. You know,
Yes.
so it's like there's a J. Cole I can't remember, but like niggas are just striving off of what they need therapy for.
Yeah.
You know, so
yes. Hi.
Afrobeats cool.
Niggas are, say it again, please. Niggas are thriving.
Thriving off what they need therapy for.
So they need to just stay in that place.
But Melody, you're also underestimating the comfort that comes with familiarity.
I promise you.
Yeah.
I promise you. And
Because-
what he did is called negging. There's a word for it. It's called negging.
That's not negging though.
It is.
No,
It is
that's not negging.
What's negging?
Negging
Let me look
is
for it.
negging is this girl meeting Jackalo on the red carpet and say, why are you shaking?
No.
That is negging.
So negging is the practice of giving backhanded compliments and generally making comments that express indifference towards another person, usually a woman, in an attempt to seduce the person.
But this is not seduction. He has seduced her.
in an attempt to continue to be with her in a relationship.
You're not getting my point.
I'm not trying to get you. I already have you.
Negging usually happens.
Okay. That's how you feel?
Shit.
That's how you feel?
Whatever.
That's how you
Talk
feel?
your shit.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm lost now.
When you go home and it come out, watch again on pause.
247.
Well, go on.
So the point is, what was I even saying?
That negging is not.
Yeah, negging is what usually happens beforehand, not while you're in a relationship. When Sawiti met Jakalo on the red carpet and shook his hand and said, "Why are you shaking?" That's negging.
One guy so wants it now. You're not the most beautiful. You're not the most intelligent. Remain small for just call her bastard.
How do you say that on social media? Like how? How do you say that about your partner? Like, bro, you're not the most beautiful. Are you serious?
But the thing about dating somebody who has like the proclivity to always like share everything on the internet is that it's a slippery slope.
It is.
Yes,
At some point, you're going to be the subject of his social media
Yeah.
performances.
Yeah.
Do you get? And that's why I was saying that has he always been like this? Because I'm just learning about this person.
Yes,
Do you get
always
what I
giving
mean?
2
King of
cents.
feminists, though.
Are you serious? Always giving 2 cents.
Anytime
Relationship
I
coach.
see that guy's tweets on maybe what's the name of these Nigerian blogs on Instagram?
Insta blog.
No. All those ones, the diary of a Nigerian feminist, Nigeria girl. Anytime I see his tweets, I take them and I put panda.
I've seen you do it before.
Bro, every time because
I've seen you do.
I can't for the life of
But
me.
he makes some important points though. Sometimes where he talks about
A dead clock
sometimes.
is right.
Now
Twice a
another
day.
angle I want
Twice
to go.
a day.
I want to come from this is also telling people on social media to be very careful when they
So
take their advice.
that's wild.
When they take
That's
their
what Peter Duce line,
when they take their
bruh.
where they take their advice from, because it looks like these days everyone on social media be giving opinion about everything and calling themselves professionals. So it's like, look at the person who is telling you how to take care of your woman or what to do in your relationship. He basically just said his own partner is not the most beautiful.
I mean, I said before that honesty is toxic. Like there's a dimension of this conversation that has to do with the fact that people are not prepared for honesty. Do you get what I mean? Like, obviously, she's not the most beautiful woman.
Victor, shouldn't she be in your eyes?
She's in his eyes.
No, I'm saying in your own eyes. Whoever you're dating,
Victor,
shouldn't
I
she?
don't mind. Would you be
Victor, whoever you're dating, shouldn't that person be the most beautiful in your eyes?
Yeah, she should be, but like based on like general standard. Like I'm not even the most handsome man myself.
Bro.
I'm willing to admit that on the internet if you want me to.
Hello, Victor. That's your own problem.
I know
me. I'm the baddest.
She was the illest. I was the baddest.
But I just feel like
Everybody
the
loves
thing
to be
is
gassed up by the person they're with.
I know, but it's like people want to be lied to. I think that's another way to look at it.
I mean, I don't think it's a thing of lied to.
not
I
lied
think it's a
to.
thing of your person should be your comfort place, your comfort
I
zone.
should be enough.
And my comfort place doesn't have to be beautiful. That's the point. Like
No, like
we are listen, this is the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yes,
I'm not
go
necessarily
on.
on his side.
Go on, of
but I'm
course,
saying
yes.
that everything that he said is not false. But how are we having a conversation about it? Like he said something that's false. What we are saying is nuance based. Oh, you shouldn't have said it. But it's true.
It is
and
true.
the thing is that people will swear on the internet that they like people that are honest to them.
Yeah.
But honesty can be toxic. And the toxic aspect of honesty is what we are discussing. That's the nuance that this conversation
It
is
is
about.
true, but it's also a backhanded compliment.
yeah.
It's true, but it's also a
Very
backhanded compliment
back.
because
That's what I'm saying. That is negging.
the problem here is you are trying to tell us, because when you're posting your wife like that and your wife to be rather, and you are putting all those accolades, what you're trying to do is raise her up. You are basically trying to put her on a pedestal that see the one with me I carry. You
Right.
understand? And you start with
So
But literally, where do I go from there?
My own problem here is I think he knew that he was going to get this reaction.
He knew.
I don't think he did.
No, Solomon Bucci, no. He
Come
lives
on,
for
bro.
this shit. He's in his comfort zone.
But to
The
do
guy
that
that
using your
gets
partner.
digital orgasm
I
like
think-
this.
I agree. I think that it is really a slippery slope when you begin to curate your life for social media intentionally.
In the imperial words of the OG, I don't want to mention the OG's name. You people know the OG that I'm talking about. If the internet celebrates you,
One day.
Yes.
One day,
Yes.
you go collect.
One day go be one
Yeah.
day.
You go collect.
Usually
Yes.
within 3 months.
You go collect.
You go
Yeah.
collect.
It's
I
normal.
agree.
It's normal.
You know what happened when Tunde Odokoya was getting dragged? The person messaged me and said, remember the time I told you that I give him 3 months?
Yeah.
It's not even 3 months yet.
What did he even do? Why did they
Bro,
drag
he was
him?
posting his babe. Oh.
Tunde Onokoya. I didn't see
Yeah,
this
the
before.
chess guy.
He
Now.
was just posting his
And
Oh,
they were dragging him that he's posting his babe
my
too much.
brother.
that's not why we start giving you money. That is
Bro,
how we
this-
take care
Bro,
of
boy,
you.
we
Niggas
said
were
he
like,
was using that.
We were donating money for chess. Your babe done the fine.
Person say we have been seeing them in expensive restaurants. How are we not sure? How are we sure that it's not the money that you're
It's
using
actually
to
the
eat?
audacity.
Checkmate.
It's actually the audacity.
That's crazy. though.
Anyways, did you guys?
Okay.
But the girl still post her man anytime, any day. Like, girl, that's her man. What's her business you post?
But one person that I don't let me say this.
Anyway, did you guys see the Toby and Musa Jace? The girl.
Congratulations,
Bro.
Yamusan.
The fucking goats, man.
And to
Congratulations.
think that last year,
She ran.
She ran the 100-meter hurdle.
Olympic
Nigeria.
qualifier.
Like, and
Nigeria
they
is
did not
vibes.
turn on the.
And they did not turn
Nigeria,
on
Nigeria is vibes.
But they didn't turn on. They didn't turn on.
They don't know the time.
She couldn't rerun.
No, she couldn't. She couldn't. I think they have.
But they did not get the
didn't
timer.
turn
She was
on
supposed to
the
beat a
timer
record.
wasn't
The record, but she couldn't. But they manually counted, and they knew that in their head that she did beat it, but they could not.
bruh.
There was nothing to attest to because we.
But this country is fucked up.
Are you still asking why people are leaving?
Who's asking?
I never asked why.
Tolani was saying that he thinks that people are. What did
No,
you say?
no. I said for some people their money is here.
Okay,
And that's a fact.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
I would say this though, there's this dimension of people wanting to leave that is just like, there's some people I know.
Bandwagonism.
Sorry?
Bandwagonism.
Yeah, and it's like you're leaving and it doesn't, I can guarantee you based on how you leave and how I see you here, you're not going to succeed when you leave still. And the thing is, let me tell you, no, let me give you context to what I'm saying. Let me give you
I
context.
get what you're
The
What
saying.
are
thing
you
is that
getting?
Nigeria does not
what you're saying.
reward
Laziness.
basic effort, right? But the Western world probably will. If you go to
Okay.
McDonald's and work
yeah,
certain
yeah,
hours,
yeah.
you'll be able to live it at the setting. You can
Level.
pay your
Steady
bills.
level.
Yeah.
And in the eyes of a Nigerian that sees you in the snow, it's like, oh, you're doing really well.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're still doing hand to mouth, just in a better climb.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean?
The
So
system
it's
that
like
works.
the principles that you don't want to adopt to thrive here, if you what's the word? I'm skipping now.
You transfer it there.
If you transfer that same principle over there, you're still going to be
Live
an
a basic
average
life.
basic life. Do you get? It's just that
So the problem is not about the system. You also have personal problem that you have.
while the
dealing
system
with.
is faulty, there are a lot of
Faulty.
people that are also faulty,
Yeah.
and they want to use the system as an escape for their faults.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa.
And they think that they think that by just jackpotting they'll no longer be busy.
Where do we go from here, buddy?
No,
I relate.
Just-
No. I relate with this, especially in the case of unemployed women. We don't do basic
Can you
bitches.
just shut
Home or abroad.
Can you just shut up?
I didn't say that.
Shut up.
I have
Both
nothing
are
to do.
right.
I have nothing to do with that.
Irrespective of your postcode.
Can you just shut up? So days ago, guys, people were dragging Brimo when they saw his picture, the picture he took with Tinubu, and saying
City boy
that
summer.
why is he supporting Tinubu? And people came back to say that why are we not mad at P Square? Because they've been very vocal about their support for Peter Obi. Why are we mad at Brimo for supporting Tinubu? Shouldn't he have freedom of shouldn't he have freedom of association or freedom to choose who he wants to vote for? That why are we trying to? Do you think it's fair, or do you think it's right for people to be mad at people that are aligning with maybe Tinubu or certain politicians?
I think the problem we have here is because we've seen. So again, hindsight is 2020. The only way you can know if anybody has voted wrong is after the person has been in office. The person they voted for has been in office. Literally. the only people are coming out now to go against Buhari, but in 2015, widely Buhari was perceived to be the better candidate.
Yeah,
because we were coming off a horrible government.
Which is still wild to me.
Bro, it's not wild.
Apart from the fact that people supported
It's
Buhari
not wild, bro. It's not wild. It's not wild. People just needed to move on from the previous government,
and anything was okay at the time.
and anything was okay.
And that's the problem, though.
Yes,
I agree.
that is the problem.
I agree. Like, just because it's like leaving a job just because the job is not good, so you're taking another job.
Wait, so okay, hold on. So you're saying with that situation, anybody else, people were fine with it as long as it was not Jonathan.
So now,
but right now they've done anybody else. Now they don't want to do anybody
no,
else.
No. What's happening now is they've now realized that there's the establishment and there's not the establishment. So then anybody was right, just not the person that was in power. Now it's everybody that's a member of the establishment. Fuck you. We need a new person.
Fuck you. Okay.
And it doesn't make any sense because the only way I have my freedom of thought. I can decide who I want to give my vote to.
Yeah.
You can't virtue signal me into voting for your candidate. I shouldn't vote for your candidate. It's my vote.
That's undemocratic.
I decide what to do with it. At the end of the day, so the one we are telling me to vote responsibly. What if I vote for Peter Obi and it turns out to be a shitty president? Is it not possible?
But let's not forget that people are reacting to celebrities endorsing or supporting Tinubu with
president. Melody, congrats.
He is supporting a party that's currently in power and see what is going on. It's not the
Melody,
same APC.
Congrats. But guess what? In any part of the world,
it is.
That's the way it is. You literally have people in America that people want to keep talking about. People as lifetime members of a particular party.
Nigerians love, you know that if Nigerians were Americans, a lot of us would be Republicans.
Yes.
You do know that. And these are the people that are allowed, like every week there's a mass shooting because of these people.
Yeah, but people saying that people are mad at Brian is not right. It's understandable.
It makes no sense.
No, it's understandable.
No, it doesn't.
Because he's supporting the ruling party.
Though.
Supporting the ruling party
but that's your no.
You're not wrong. Both of you are not wrong. Is it understandable?
Yes.
Are you wrong? Yes. We
don't
understand why they are talking like
Except
that. They're emotional.
You cannot say they're emotional or they are wrong because we are literally suffering from.
They are very emotional.
Very emotional.
Whatever choice that you make as a person, we all get to suffer for it.
Democracy doesn't care about your feelings. The person has rights to vote for
whoever he thinks.
Shikana, that's democracy.
If he wants to give Melody, if you see, I think it's also a reason. It's also a lack of realism. Because if you're Olamide, you have a history of someone of being associated with a particular person. You are friends with members of the family. It's unrealistic to expect the person to vote otherwise or be dragging that person for voting according to their conscience. It doesn't make any sense.
Are you saying that people should not have conscience?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that people have friendships, people have relationships, people have alliances. These things are not pure water. These things are not pure.
4 years ago,
there are people that have been friends with. See, there are people that Tinubu have changed their lives.
Bro,
do you believe it?
Of course,
exactly.
Definitely.
You think those people will answer you? They will look at you and like it's hard for them to come to your reality.
But we can't keep asking people to support based off their personal gain. It's a national
Melody,
problem.
Nigeria
the
is national
Nigeria
gain.
Melody,
you're not wrong, but the national gain is a personal gain,
bro.
The national gain that you are talking is a person.
So when my personal gain is different from yours, I'm going to vote according to my personal gain.
Yeah.
But you know the lesson to learn though.
What's the lesson?
I said I was tweeting because I tweet a lot lately. What I've learned from this is the fact that people have no respect for other people's preferences.
No, we don't.
That's the biggest lesson.
Social media era.
That's the big. Not to say that I choose this over. It's just I've seen how people. Why the hell are you trying to convince somebody to do what you want to do?
Yeah.
What's that really about?
I even understand convinced by having proper discourse and
when we talk about social media, the proper discourse never happens.
We had a very, very interesting conversation about that some days ago.
Out of the window.
People project. So do you guys know this girl called? She's a fashion designer. She was on. I think I sent you guys the episode of what's the name of this podcast? Where these two guys do. They're British guys. She's a Nigerian, Aisha Takombi.
I know
guys know
Aisha Takobi.
Aisha Takobi says the problem with limitations on social media is that people project their own limitations on you. So they can't process how you thinking in a certain way doesn't translate into how when they think in that way will mean the same thing. Does that make sense? Like, for example, in the head of a regular stan, if you can't criticize their fave, do you understand? Like, it's ultra vires to criticize a fave. A member of Whiskey FC can never say anything wrong about Whiskey. So they can process the point where you can criticize the person without hating the person. Do you understand?
They think you criticize.
So they think the only reason why you can criticize anybody is if you hate them. It's the same thing that runs across board. It's just in small doses with other people who we think are technocrats. So they think you shouldn't do this. If you do it, everybody else is going to perceive it in a certain way. But we can't escape that reality because society is where we are. It's sad. Do you understand? Like, someone told me something recently. Intention is yours, perception is mine.
Yep.
That's the worst.
I don't because
bro.
I don't know.
That's a sad.
Your intention can be good, but that's not what I'm getting.
That's not, bro.
That's not the energy.
That's
and
not
then
what I'm receiving.
when people perceive something, when it becomes a wide reality, it's very easy to erode it. Some people believe I've rapped before, and their opinion is never going to change.
Failed rapper.
Do you understand?
You've not rapped before.
Somebody was a producer before.
Oh my god!
What song did you produce? You didn't produce any hit song. So you're a failed producer.
That's what I call him. I call him a failed producer.
Nobody reproduces beats.
Oh my god!
I don't want to see you criticize any producer. You failed at it. So what you're doing now is your escape. From
It's your projection.
you're projecting.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah,
it's what it is.
That's
It's so
the,
sad.
that's the Brimo situation. That's the Brimo situation. But I feel like it is okay for fans to ask celebrities
To be responsible.
to be responsible.
What
and
if-
use their,
what's now
use
going to
their
happen?
social capital for something more. This is a very precarious stage. We can't just be acting anyhow. We're on a slippery slope.
Melody.
So you can't tell people your zeal is your will.
Sorry
No.
to cut you short. 4 years ago, PDP wasn't a fashionable party. When Davido was supporting his uncle, he got flack for it.
Yeah, he did.
Yep, he did.
Now, because the person that they were supporting at that time,
Fuck up.
he don't fuck up. Now it's fashionable.
Imole Day.
Bro,
It was Imole Day.
Imole Day.
Imole Day. It's Imole
They
Day.
try.
Is it
that's the
Imole
thing.
Day?
That's the thing. What if Peter Obi turns out to be a shitty president? There's a chance. I mean, that's what I'm going to vote for. But what if it turns out to be
I
a
think
shitty
that
president?
one thing with Peter Obi that people have never really sat down to think about is I think people really, really, really underestimate how rotten the system is.
Yeah.
And I don't think if Peter Obi comes into power and he's the only person willing
He's going to be
fix it,
frustrated.
he won't fix shit.
Yeah, he's going to be frustrated.
Because you
So,
feel like the system
like-
will fix him, will frustrate him.
Of
a
course.
bit.
Oh, 1,000. I'm the system wants to frustrate you. There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do. If the system say they go fuck you up.
But this is what I would say though. It's like maybe said person might not get us to the destination, but we just need to be headed in the right
I
direction.
promise
Yes.
you, we need to
Yeah.
make this step because we
But
can't
what
keep.
if
I
the
agree.
person what if the person that people don't want to vote for could also do that?
But
So
we've heard these
that's-
people talk. No, guys, we
So
can't
now-
keep pretending.
It's
We've heard these people talk. We've heard all
Oh, we've
this.
had more eloquent people in this country though.
True.
Let's not move off eloquence though. Let's be careful. I was telling this guy that I watched. I'm not tripping, my G. I watched Fashola's interview yesterday on Channels,
Yeah.
and I was sold. I had to go on Twitter to find people who are smarter than me when it comes to infrastructure and
And
this thing, to find
break
a
it
counter
down.
opinion that would broaden my point of view.
And we're like, wow.
Do you
this
get?
guy just
So my
won.
point is, as a person that has been deceived by eloquence, I am very wary of eloquence.
Bamboozled.
Do you get what I mean? Some people really cap so much that they are cappuccinos. So, and I'm saying this only to say that I am not. People should be careful not to move. I was telling somebody that the reason why we are here is what many people are still expressing today, which is the fact that we just want to be off the current system.
Yes.
And that
I was about to say
that particular situation can be tricky.
Very tricky.
Because if your only drive is just to remove yourself from this umbrella, who is to tell that the next umbrella doesn't have more holes and whatever?
Yeah.
Do you get? So when we are moving to next, it shouldn't be off the
Desperation.
desire to leave. It should be the desire to get to a better place.
The permanent site.
I mean, shout out to people that put their sex, that's their need to have sex over the need for the government to be better.
I don't. How did we get?
Bro,
What the fuck?
What
How
this
did we
one
get
saying?
here?
This one okay.
I mean, so like we had a conversation 2 episodes ago where like the potential or the deputy for Peter Obi's running mate is apparently
Oh yeah, Datty.
Oh yeah. He has that. Some
that's a
videos
very crazy segue, bro.
bro.
people like I was agreeing with what you were saying.
But that is oversimplification, Tonlani.
How?
For you to say that those people are they're just talking about it from their need to have sex. They're literally fighting for their lives because we know that people like same-sex marriage is not treated as you just want to have sex. They're literally being killed.
True.
They're literally being thrown into jail.
Right.
So saying it's just their need to have sex is oversimplification because that's
don't
not what they're
even
saying. They're saying,
live a
are we
free life.
safe? Do you understand? It's like, I know that, okay, can I just be safe? Can I just be alive? So it's not about having sex. It's about them wanting to feel safe in their own country.
Melody, I hear you. But do you know the reality?
Yeah.
The reality is a far cry from that. That's a dream world. It's not going to happen. At least not now.
In Nigeria, be specific.
Any president that you're going to get now
Won't
comes from a particular mentality.
from a particular age, Seth. From a particular
mentality that's
Yeah.
very, very conservative.
Yes.
And they are going to tell you that
Even if it's a
almost
lie.
LGBTQ is of the devil.
Even if it's a lie and it's secret, they agree. They
Bro.
say that publicly.
Bro,
Yes.
they have a particular mindset.
Yes.
It is not going to happen.
People are saying this thing too far. If they put a 20-year-old, a 20-something as president,
Nigerian. It could still have that reality.
Area
not,
boy.
Not all.
Bro, it could still have that reality. That's a fact. though.
even if let's imagine they put one that says he wants to do it, who will agree in the Senate?
It won't get
Who will
voted.
agree?
won't,
in
yes,
the-
it
who
won't.
will
Because the
agree
larger
in the House?
populace would
They'll be
not
like,
even-
someone wants to destroy your soul. He wants to come and destroy it. This person is from the devil. Illuminati.
That would
Someone
be that would be a protest greater than NSAS.
Somebody tweeted something talking about how they should watch over Thames. Like, she's going into Illuminati kingdom.
What? What?
Yeah. After her Black Panther.
No, woman, don't cry.
Daniel Rega is the greatest.
You
Bro.
guys should please not
You guys
kill
should
me.
stop. I think what the internet does is that the internet like sort of like enables.
Yes.
So like I would like us to move on from mentioning
It's not
certain names.
You and I can think about that.
Shut
But
up.
guess
Somebody
what?
likes the boy. Shut up.
No. It's not about liking the guy.
Okay.
I think it's a social experiment. It's a social experiment.
I love this point of view.
It's bro. For a long time I thought it wasn't real. I thought it was somebody just trying to prove a point.
People actually thought it wasn't real.
I thought it wasn't real.
Yeah.
But guess what? Now that I know that the nigga is real because I saw him at Trend Up Awards, I'm realizing that.
What did you say to him when you saw him?
No, I didn't see him. I saw him on. I didn't
Like,
attend
he
the video. I
posted
saw him.
pictures from
I
the
saw
event.
pictures.
Okay.
He was interviewed on the red carpet.
Was interviewed on red carpet even.
I'm like, bruh. But at the end of this, it might still not be him.
Are you joking?
No, it might not be
He
him.
even got an endorsement deal. People have seen him. Like, people have actually shook hands with him. Are you joking?
What if he has someone who is are you guys saying it's not possible that someone is pushing the idea behind the
I don't think Nigerians are that.
And that's another thing.
Nigerians
That's
are
deep
not there
thinking.
yet.
No, we think concern them, concern all those ones.
I'll
My
give you a
brother,
story. I'll
my
give you a
brother.
story after this.
Nigerians don't care
My
about
brother.
that,
Story.
bro.
Okay, give it.
No,
Not on the
not
pod.
podcast. I'll give you after this.
Nigerians don't even think that deeply, to be honest.
That's
To be
social
doing-
experiment
No.
thing. I don't.
I promise you that the Nerega, I'm sure that when he
But what
started,
Tolan is probably saying is that it's probably the face, but it's not the brain.
That's what I'm saying.
that maybe he's not the one tweeting
Yeah.
Maybe he's not the one with the ideas.
of those tweets.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe
that
he's not the one with
maybe
the
that's
idea of
his
the brand.
account. I also think that when he started that tweeting, I don't think he thought he was going to get this kind of.
I think he thought so. They said he has been mad since Facebook days.
Ah.
That's what someone told
My
me.
Facebook love,
That's
waiting
what
for your
someone told me.
message.
So maybe someone said, okay, we are going to. Bro, the guy has over 200,000 followers.
on Twitter.
Check it now.
That's why, you know what? The last time I was here, I said it. Social media. Okay, I think it was our private con. I was like, social media incentivizes certain things.
Bro.
Do you
And we
get
egg so
people
many
become
rubbish things
the worst versions of themselves
on
on the
social media
internet,
because
especially
because
Twitter,
yes,
because
yeah.
there's incentives for that.
For that, I agree.
And when
I
there's
agree.
when you are consistent with it, there's a reward system for it. People criticize Daniel Rega every day.
But they are tuned in.
Exactly.
And they're responding. Anyways, what's your greatest classic album of all time from a Nigerian artist?
How do you
that's a
answer
very
a
tough
question like
question.
that?
Just give me two classics that you
I can't
constantly.
give you two.
Oh, I mean, not give me 10.
It's like
Your favorite
25.
classics for Nigerian artists.
I don't know.
Talk about it.
Am I?
And Laughter, Tears, and Goosebumps. Talked about it.
You really like this body of work.
It's a modern classic.
What about you, Tonani?
Man,
Or should we just talk about our modern classics and just
modern
let-
classics.
What year though?
Maybe
since the past 2 years, 3 years?
No class.
No
Only
classic.
one classic. Two classics over the past 3 years.
Listen, man, I'm gonna say
how
I'm
do you
gonna jump out.
sorry, Victor. How do you guys call something classic after just a year? Isn't classic after a long time?
Modern, like
Modern,
Even modern, they shouldn't be after 5 years.
No.
1 year is
Listen,
too soon.
for the sake of
Yeah,
for the
give it
sake
time.
of for the sake of let's just advance the convo. Let's have fun, right?
Okay.
All right.
I'll say if I'm going to expand it, I'll maybe 3.
Okay, so which ones?
Laughter, Tears, and Goosebumps.
I don't care about what you guys are saying right now. Like these parameters you guys are setting.
But just choose
these
yours.
are
I'm of the
Just catch
opinion
cruise.
that listen. Why you guys so
Okay, choose
serious?
yours.
Like this is
Okay.
like a fucking
Okay.
article. I'm of the
No
opinion.
review either.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that Omah Lay's new project
It's gonna be a classic.
is on pace. In my opinion, listen. Let me tell you the bit that's missing. I don't know what you think about it. Your eyes is.
It's
your eyes
Excel.
are-
It's Excel. It's Excel in your face.
Oh, this guy.
It's Excel
I
in your
don't
face.
care. I don't care.
Tonani might
Let me
agree,
tell
but
you,
Excel
I
doesn't.
think it's a refreshing project in terms of the.
I mean, Tolani more or less agreed because we talked about before you came. I talked about Laughter, Tears, and Goosebumps and how much
In comparison.
how great it is.
Yeah.
And Tolani put this Omah Lay's album on this.
Boy Alone is a refreshing project. Listen, for the only Nigerian album modern that I'll put side by side is Outside by Burna Boy. It's an album. Listen, from a storytelling point of view, from what this guy brings to the table in terms of stories,
Storytelling.
even it's talking about women, but his approach to discussing women is very refreshing.
Different.
Yeah, he's
Do you get what I mean?
He's right.
Yeah, it's different.
It's a refreshing project.
different.
It's like
It's not
we're,
crass.
we're just laughing and saying it's Afro
It's not crass,
depressed.
yes.
It's not crass.
See, bro, this album,
It's
it's
Afro
like
depressed though.
yes, it is.
Afro emo.
Afro emo.
See, bro, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna jump out the gate. I probably have a bias towards it, and it's okay because everybody has a bias, but not many people want to admit it. It's okay. But that project, I listened to that project, and it reminds me when I was listening to Burna Boy's Outside. When I was listening to that. Listen, there are not many Afrobeat albums. I'm not talking about rap. Afrobeat album that you want to decipher lyrics. I'm listening to this thing, and I'm good. I'm a Port Harcourt boy. I'm going back to read things just to confirm some things that this nigga is saying.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
The depth.
So the way he's able to present something that is deep in a way that is so surface
Simple.
level, there's so much brilliance to that. If anything is bad about this album, is the beat selection, not the guy's ability to write and to sing.
I don't think it's a beat selection thing. I think some beats were just missing 1 or 2 elements. That's the problem.
And it's okay.
I think, see, the sad thing about Afrobeats, this Afrobeat space is that, especially when it's a pop artist, people reward noise, that the hype that comes with an album,
The PR.
the PR things, PR that comes with an album, and then the post-release marketing, or no, the rollout.
There's really no post-release marketing in Nigerian music, though.
There is.
Listen, man,
There is.
I will tell you as a person that works in the communication
Yeah.
segment of the
Yeah.
industry, people don't. Post-release is an afterthought. People follow the flow.
I think Burna is an exception to that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Burna does
is an
post-release.
outlier in
Thank
almost
you.
everything.
Because he's very
So if
intentional
Burna
about
Boy
his
is the bar, if Burna Boy is the
Burna Boy and
measuring
Wizkid. See what he did with that body
The
of work.
people.
Okay, doesn't want to say
the
much on that.
people, the people.
Let's just say that Essence was not in Wizkid's original plan.
No, it wasn't. But let's not go.
Let's just say
Let's not go
that.
to-
Let's just say that Essence was a record that grew wings, just like Oxley's Kulo Size
Growing
growing
Wings.
wings.
Songs popping off for.
Bro.
Popping the fuck
And
off.
then the label caught wind of it
And be like,
started
what? We need to
jumping
do this.
behind
They had
it.
a different plan. They shot it.
Do you get what I mean? So it's like the song was chosen by the fans.
By the fans.
The fans chose that record.
I wouldn't say. I don't want to go into that.
And I always say this, sorry to butcher what you said now. I always have artists, when artists are dropping albums, right? And you know how so the way they send songs or they talk to radio stations about an album, to tell you, oh, we're dropping this album. It's a maybe 10-track album or something, but this is the focus track. I'm always going to tell them, why don't you just chill? I know that artists always have their own projection. I tell them that whether or not you want this to be the focus track, fans are still going to pick the one they want.
But in the defense of that, though,
Why?
let me give you a context to that.
Yeah.
Especially in the streaming game, right?
Yeah.
An album with 20 tracks not many people care about the artist that much. Let's be fair. Let's be very honest.
I remember.
And people have workload. Let's make it clear. So if you're sending music, for example, to an editor, you're telling the editor that has like
Fam.
10,000 records to listen to every
Fam.
month to listen to your 20 tracks and pick the one that they think is the best. You're not even helping that person do their job.
PTSD. I just
Do you get what I mean? So it's like,
days.
so you as the artist, you're going to narrow down the stress that the editor is going to go through by saying, okay, let's focus on this one. So the editors and everybody are going to focus on this one. Then when the fans peak and they're able to see traction around other
They now
records,
go back to
they
it.
can upscale or
Okay, so
upstream the song.
maybe that's just a me thing because I'm always quick to tell them. I want to listen and pick the one that I think.
See, that's
Yes.
new. That's a new.
Because like a focus track, I'm not sure it's focus
that's
track.
a new reality.
Sorry to cut you short. When Young John dropped out his EP, I think is really beautiful. I kept on saying this. I love this Next to You song. Oh my god, this song is so. I love this song. But I was calling his people and like, Melody, please, please, we beg you. Don't go and be doing what to play Next to You. Follow us TikTok. Give us normally. And I'm like, this Next to You is so fine. And they're like, don't worry, thank you. You can jam it by yourself. But congrats to you and your love. But normally is the one that we wanted.
So people need.
But that focus. I'm
it's
always
the
just
new
like
reality
chill.
of singles, right?
Yeah.
Like in the old days, people used to release singles as a promotional strategy towards the album,
Yeah.
and so that it's going to drive some form of interest towards the album.
Yeah.
So that's why people used to need successful singles, music videos. All of
Yeah.
those things. So the new reality is just the playlist game.
Playlist game.
Right. And you can't blame them because people still need to have a proper build up to the album.
Yes, of course.
I think that's one of the problems of Boy Alone.
there was no build up.
The build up wasn't great enough. So that album I think that's one of the biggest
I have
problems.
never thought about that.
I think that's the only problem.
No, I think that's the number one problem.
Honestly, that's the only problem. I felt like it's like when you make a wrong turn and you make another wrong turn, it's like too many wrong turns leading up to a good turn. Do you get so people just lose you along the way?
The problem now is it's only music heads that know. You need the mainstream market
Yes.
to feel that message.
Yes.
It's not
actually.
just people.
Nobody even cares about the music here.
Made in
It's
Lagos,
about the fans.
Made in Lagos, people doubted Made in Lagos.
But the
till
fans
Essence started
proved it.
popping off.
Yes, it was the fans that did that.
So I think that to that effect, I think that the Boy Alone album still has a chance of proving a point.
Oh yeah, it does.
He does.
It's still
Like
very
what did I
early.
say the other time?
Like,
Yeah.
If they get the marketing right.
release marketing right,
Yeah,
and they
yes.
push the right songs.
Yeah.
If it has just one hit record,
It's all
the
good.
narrative will change.
But that's what Rema has now. Calm down.
Calm down.
That song.
It didn't change narrative. Sha.
He did.
So it didn't change what?
It didn't change
With
anything.
over 100 million views.
About like around no. Of course, but maybe not totally in comparison to
It
the
didn't change the
expectation.
conversation as regards the album.
Okay.
Yes, the project.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like people talk about Calm Down in isolation of the album. True.
Yeah, it was a single before the album dropped.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't link it to the album. I agree totally on that one.
The album and Calm Down are very different.
But
I
like the
agree.
world we live in now is that people only need one stake to claim or one stake to say
to make money.
Yeah, so it's
make
like
money.
so that would be the argument. Oh, Calm
I'm
Down
making
House.
money.
Listen, man, Calm Down House 10 billion, and the album has 10 billion streams, and 9.9 billion
Billion.
is from Calm Down. It doesn't. I don't care. Calm Down is in the album. It has 10 billion
So
streams.
the album worked.
The album is a successful album, right? But I think that the album has a lot of beautiful records, and I think the what happened with Rema's releases was that I think it waited too long before his debut album.
Yes, of course. Everyone.
And that has a way of heightening expectations.
Does it?
It does.
I feel like after a while, people move on.
No, it has a way of when people move on, you want to drop people back into your realm. It's like the expectations are heightened because a lot of people are doing other things, and then they're measuring against a lot of things, right? So it has a way of heightening the expectations. So it's like if I was Rema or in Rema's team, I would just drop a surprise album.
Do you guys think
Another
that
surprise
just
project
to
before people begin to expect when's the next song going to release, just drop another one. I think that's what Fireboy thrives on. The fact that he has a very loaded catalog of albums, and it's like he has nothing to prove at this point.
at this point, yes. But I don't agree with Victor, Tolani and Excel. What do you think? Tolani Excel, Victor said that artists delaying their album for a while results in
If the album is good, the album is good.
guys chill that the artists prolonging the release of the album builds up expectation from their
does.
fans.
It does. Think about Kendrick. Do you think Kendrick's album is good?
But does it always
It's good, it's not good.
does it always translate to people loving it? I feel like at some point fans move on when you don't drop it at some point.
Fans don't even know what they want, first of all.
Depends on who you are that is doing this thing.
Yeah.
No, minus that. It also depends on the actual. See, let's not kid ourselves. Stands are not enough to determine the quality of an album.
Of
anymore.
course.
This is not 2018. Before it could be enough to drive a narrative, but now your fans will make noise anyway. But the market's still going to decide if the thing is great or not, and you will know. For example, in a Kendrick situation, yes, it depends on who is doing it.
Use Naira Marley.
It happened. No, I can't use Naira Marley. Wow.
Go on. It's fine.
Anyway,
I should talk. You need to come on that Naira Marley tiny desk. Are you coming? I am coming.
that must never.
But I was happy to see Naira Marley on Tiny Deck.
I was. Well, that was a horrible performance. That was horrible.
I don't want to go into the details.
I was happy to see Naira Marley.
It was horrible.
That was a huge platform.
Yeah, I liked to see Naira Marley. It was like it was unprecedented. I didn't see
It was
coming.
different. Yeah, it was.
Get on Tiny Desk, but don't get off Tiny Desk.
Oh my god.
Let's be honest.
I am coming.
Anyway, the quality of the album is going to be what carries the album anyway, and people know a quality album regardless of what it is.
It's not about how
this
long
Kendrick
you
Lamar
prolong
album,
it.
Man,
Bro.
this album has done 100 million on one of the DSPs.
because bro, the game is a game. It's fine. This Kendrick Lamar album, the narrative would have been different if the album was a great album. If it was on the level of Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, Section 80, all of that. But it's not. It's just not. And didn't do as much numbers. They had to add the Art Part 5 post-release to the album. It tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. So, bro, it's doing healthy numbers. Yes.
No, I can't really explain the new mechanics of like numbers and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I know the game has changed
Has
in terms
really
of like
changed.
they've removed bundling of like selling merch and all those sort of tickets or whatnot. So a lot has changed. Even for who are the people that you put in the sense for as Kendrick is Cole, Kendrick, and Drake, right?
Drake.
What are the numbers that they also did recently?
Even Drake's recent album, did you do as
Yeah, but
good
you also
as-
have to understand that there are dynamics to all the things all of them are experiencing. Number one, there's a change of guard that's going on.
There's a change of guard in music. Drake
That's one.
has tried now. 10
That's
years
one.
post.
Yeah.
Number
Yeah.
They all have
and
tried,
number two,
actually.
they have all tried.
They've
And
all
number
tried,
two, exactly. Number two, they have got to the point where everybody gets to.
There's a change of guard here.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
here
Look at Hove. It's Hove in 2006 all over again. That's what they're experiencing. Hove had to take a break before he came back with.
What was this
Bloom
convo
thing.
about initially?
Albums, artists,
Albums, artists, and releases.
Classics,
Anyway,
releases.
and classical.
But I would die on the hill that Omah Lay's album is one of the best albums to come out in the past 5 years. Not even this year.
I think as an experience, it's. A really
I'd like
good
to say
album.
this year is even a disrespect to what I think the album is.
It's an incredible album.
I feel like when it comes to classics, for me, I would definitely put Boo of the Bullets there. Modern classics.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. For that segment of the market, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't think there's. I think the album found its way through a large part of the market. At the start, it was very niche.
Which one now?
Boo of the Bullets.
Yes,
At the
then
start, it was
it
very
expanded
niche,
on its own,
but
yes.
it just expanded by itself.
By
And I
itself,
think
yes,
that's
it
what
did.
good music does, yeah.
Yes, it
like
grows.
it markets itself.
Yes, it grows and it keeps expanding.
Bull of the Bullets has the wedding industry to thank.
But do you guys
And
agree
women.
that? Do you guys agree that a lot of artists? I'll try not to mention names, but a lot of artists are trying to make a comeback. But I would tell you though, if you have the right song, you would always come back. I can tell you for free,
So A&R's in the mud.
perhaps.
My problem with the Omah Lay thing is just it pains me. That's the one thing about the
But
album.
I'm proud of that project. Though.
I am.
I am
But
very-
it's paining me because we live in a narrative era.
Yes.
It's a narrative era.
Do you think history will be kind to the body of work?
And narrative determines perception.
Perception.
In this era.
And perception
So if
kind
you
of
release
rules.
a fantastic body of work,
Yes.
you need the right narrative.
Yes.
To create the right perception.
Yes.
What
That's the
what do you
problem.
think Twilight? What do you think narrative was derailed from what point?
No, he's just speaking
Number
about
one,
the marketing.
Number one, the rollout for the album wasn't great, and that's it. It also has to do with the singles.
The singles he chose from the album.
Yeah, it has to do with the singles, and it also has to do with the brand that is being pushed. That is being pushed for the guy. I feel like, but again, hindsight. I'm thinking because I know what has happened now. I think Attention would have been better, like as a trump card on the album.
Not as a single.
Not as a single. I think if it had been the first single to drop after the album, it would have been totally different.
But that now we can only say that in hindsight.
No, not really.
No, not really.
Not really. Not really. If I had heard that album before, I would have still told you the same thing. I think maybe it's hindsight, but I think
it's
I'm
not
smart
hindsight.
enough.
It's
to
not.
be
Let
able
me
to-
tell you why it's not
I
hindsight.
don't think anybody would hear a song with Justin Bieber. That
I
has
heard
Justin
it. No.
Bieber,
I
and
heard
you
it.
would
No.
think that song would be a
No.
single.
Hello, ma. Listen. the attention song coming up, Free My Mind, you would know that there was already like a small disconnect.
Yeah.
You don't disconnect further.
Yeah.
Attention felt like a Justin Bieber song featuring Omah Lay. It didn't feel like Omah Lay bringing Justin Bieber into his world. Do you know what I mean? So already there's Nigerians already feeling disconnected, and then you bring a white kid, and then it's like something.
That's our Afrobeats brother.
Let's be very honest.
No, that's
Nigerians
true.
are sentimental
Yeah.
people. When you try too hard, the people can tell.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? So it felt like two wrong moves back to back. Do you understand what I mean? And that was the issue. I think that the album is a really brilliant project. Attention sounds super solid in the album, in the
sounds
sequence of the
beautiful.
album.
All the singles, even on the stand,
It makes sense on the album. I remember when we listened to it together. On the album, it makes
like
sense.
all the singles make sense as part of the album. It's just so like another thing that I felt could have worked was a record with a massive Nigerian feature as a lead single, and I thought it should have been So.
So
If I had listened to that album, before, bro, So is an obvious single. Easy.
I'm saying that I need to go to Port Harcourt with my guys just to listen to Soso.
Bro,
I just go
So-So
to Port
is-
Harcourt and be with my
It's
guys
an obvious
just to play
single.
Soso and
Like,
come back.
and I keep saying it because that song just like it needs a Nigerian feature. It's a Nigerian feature. It's a good song, but the real Lamba to carry that song it's not him. Does that make sense? Like,
No.
you don't agree?
If it was released as a single prior, it wouldn't have needed anybody. The only reason why we're talking about like do you guys remember what Omah Lay was before this album dropped?
Bro.
Omah Lay is the guy that it would put out a short snippet and everybody's waiting. Omah Lay
Ashake.
only needed to release So. That was like what Ashake is having right now.
Omah Lay.
That was what Omah Lay was having.
But-
if Omah
During
Lay had
lockdown.
released So after Understand, we're not having this conversation.
But no.
We are not having
No.
Hello, sir.
I don't
not
agree.
going to need to have
Wait.
this convo.
I don't agree. Do you know why?
Why?
Omah Lay blew in a different era.
a different time. To
In a
say era.
different time.
You mean the pandemic time?
Exactly.
2 years ago is a different time.
It's a different
time.
time where
The
people.
music-
It's a
the music
different
People were not
music.
going to
Yes.
clubs.
Yes, it was a different music.
So people were really experiencing the music for the music.
Yes, for the music. Yes,
Right.
there was no escape.
Understand? Yes. Godly? Yes. But those songs are still not Bedu like that. Ashake can do that because he's doing Bedu.
Bedu.
Wait. Let me land. Wait.
No matter what you say, I won't agree.
It's
Let's
fine.
go.
It's fine. But let me land. Let me land.
And
It's fine.
Ashake is texturing those songs at the club
Exactly.
and seeing live reactions.
Right.
Omah Lay had only social media to texture on.
It's totally different. So it's not exactly this. It's
not
not
the same.
equivalent.
I agree.
So with Omah Lay, right? Even on the song, right? I keep hearing, bruh. I can't not hear Kiss Daniel on that record. I'm sorry.
I don't hear him. on the
Can't,
record.
bro. I can't not hear.
I mean,
him.
but this
I
might
cannot
still
hear
happen
it.
because albums like that, an Omah Lay album, there will be a deluxe.
There should be a deluxe.
There will,
But
there will be.
No, the album certainly needs some Nigerian touch.
It does.
There will be
It
At
does.
this point, and
But-
I'm not saying it because I don't think Omah Lay could have been able to carry that by himself. Just in hindsight, I think it needs it.
But I also think it's unfair for us to say that this album needs Nigerian features because for the longest we've praised artists who have dropped debuts without features.
Not really.
You and who?
Not really.
Who was praising them?
Not really.
I do though. I like Nigeria. I like artists.
One of the
that
reasons
just,
people were applauding Fireboy that you did it on your own.
I think
You
the
did it on
problem with
your
that
own.
is it creates a false reality for
That's
everybody.
what led to Ruga telling
Exactly.
But no. My position.
That's
my
where that mentality comes from. My hits are my own.
no. Excel.
And Buju said my money
position-
is my own.
My position is not because of the need to brag about it. It's just the need to display range.
Yes,
over and
I
over
think
and over and
so.
over.
Sometimes-
But when you get it right, though, when you get it right,
bless
let's
you.
not.
But
God
it's-
bless
So,
you.
so it's. I think the problem that artists are missing is the humility to admit that
I need people on my own body of work
you have to be humble enough.
to say
Motolani, is it really an issue of humility? Collaboration has a great place in music.
Facts.
It's not even a humble
But
thing.
artists,
Humble thing.
excel. It's humility because
And you are collaborating all the way, regardless. Somebody produce, somebody mix. You don't want to look at those
Guys, let me
as
tell
a
you guys
collaborative
something.
effort.
Have you had a relationship
But it
between
is.
Nigerian artists and their vibe?
and their vibe and ego. Then you have to do
But
this
what
an
Excel
album
just
vibe,
said,
vibe
though,
and
what
ego.
Excel just said though, is what I was sitting yesterday. I was looking through my Piano Grooves playlist on Spotify,
Collaborations.
and the least number of collaborations you would see is 2.
It's two.
Right? And they credit both the DJ, the producer, the
And
backup
everybody.
vocalist, even someone that had.
Everybody.
So I feel like as an ecosystem, this Nigerian segment, we need
Yeah.
to learn the power of collaboration and appreciate it. Do you get? I feel like people view collaboration as
Weakness,
That's
as
why
a
the
weakness.
Buju conversation that's why I felt bad about it. I
was
felt
weird.
like this does not enable and encourage collaboration.
Collaborations, yes.
I don't even think. So the problem with that is I don't think Ruga actually has a problem with Buju. That's the sad part
He
of that.
doesn't.
Yeah, but maybe his intention. Nobody
doesn't.
cares about his
I
intention.
know.
Yeah.
And we already
I know.
spoke about perception.
Intention and
Nobody
perception.
cares
Yeah,
about
I don't
his
think
But
he
it's
intention.
does.
it's so sad because that thing pained me. Because it created beef where it shouldn't have been.
And that's not where the
And,
problem
and I don't even think they have. I don't think they have any
It's
beef.
So
not
sad.
beef. That's not even the thing.
I don't think they have beef.
It's
Just
narrative.
entertainment. Yes.
It's
I don't
more
think
like
they have
the
beef.
real issue is the narrative that is created around Buju.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
real issue, not the
But
beef.
I think people already had those thoughts anyway.
No, but it's different when your
When
peer
someone
says
actually
it.
says it.
Someone
When
who's in the
your
game
peer
like you.
says it.
Yeah.
And this is not the first time we're hearing this kind of narrative with a Nigerian artist. It has happened before.
Yeah,
Even Omah Lay
Peruzzi was
puts
like a
mouth
feature.
collect.
Yeah.
Peruzzi.
Even Omah Lay puts mouth collect. People went to bring up an old video of when him and Black were
And when he was talking about
Black
how
asked him,
Ruga.
who is a Nigerian artist that you are really feeling?
Say
And he said
Bruce
Ruga.
Ruga.
People brought out that video.
And that's okay.
It is, but people brought out that video as a you dey feel am now. Why they tackle am?
But nobody
No,
was
but like
that-
those two truths can exist.
Yes.
It can be true that what Ruga said was probably avoidable,
Yeah.
right? And it can also be
Definitely.
true that Ruga makes music that is brilliant
It is.
and respectable.
Yes.
The sad part of this Sha is another problem with Nigerian artists and features is they don't want to be subservient to each other, but they want to go and do it to foreign.
And they don't want to give
That's
credit
another
and
problem.
say, "Oh, this person made
That is
the
another
book," or
problem.
This person,
You will
yes.
not be surprised. Like people just like they think, oh, it's not here anymore. Do you understand? Like the market is not here anymore. I get it.
Yes.
It's not.
The
It's not a
money's
lie.
not here anymore.
The money is not here.
Money's
But
outside.
the problem is also that you can. Oh, we want to close.
No. I have
We want to.
I have-
You want to. You can always create something that blows up here, and if you want to expand it outside, because at the end of the day, the hits that we are talking about, it's a bottom up approach. It's not a top down.
But now they're making it look like it's a
But
top
Essence
down
was a
because they're-
top down, no?
No. It's not really.
Essence was a top down.
Not really. Not really.
Think about it. Essence was a
Bro,
top down.
Essence was a number one single 4 weeks after Made in Lagos came out on Apple Music.
Nigeria.
Yes.
No.
No, but we've already agreed that Apple Music is not the majoristic of what
no.
the larger
Essence,
population is about.
But Essence
Shout
was
out
already
to-
getting love.
shout-
from here.
Shout out to Totti.
the other
Shout-
chat.
Yeah, so let's not even no, that's not even a slight on Apple Music. It's just like
No.
what's the percentage of Nigerians that
That
use
use.
I'm
not disagreeing with
It's
you.
a very
so
honest
it's like-
conversation now.
Yeah,
I'm not
so the
disagreeing.
point
It's a
is,
very
the
honest
point
conversation.
I would say this: when Made in Lagos dropped, I was in Port Harcourt with like
Ginger was the first
people
song
that
they
don't
pushed.
care about Apple Music and things.
Did they like it?
They didn't like the album in
Yeah.
general.
Grassroots.
So I'm saying that the entire Made in Lagos album is a top to bottom
I don't agree.
success.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I feel like in certain
I don't
it-
maybe
But
my position
on a large, not just PH, on a general level, there were a lot of people that,
that
didn't.
didn't
Excel.
like
There was a lot of
Wizkid is doing.
there was a
That's
lot
what
of
people were saying.
cynicism.
There was
and
like,
there was like a lot of-
confusion.
Lukewarmness.
Essence
The Bible calls
cemented
it
it.
lukewarmness.
Yes, it cemented it. Yes,
Yes.
but I would not say that it was like
It
dropped.
wasn't top to bottom. I don't think so.
No,
I don't
it
think
was
so.
entirely that.
I think it was top.
I don't think so.
Fully was when the foreign guys
Started tweeting about it.
So the point is, it was Western validation. That's
But,
what I'm
but
saying.
we started here too.
yes.
Shout out
But
to
it
us.
was
Here
here
as well.
Level.
Bro,
We
let me tell you
started
something.
here
Shout out to
on my
RCA.
review of Made in Lagos,
wasn't-
you can
wasn't-
go watch it. Like I said, Essence was one
But
of the
you're
best songs
just
of
a
the
fragment of society.
year.
That's
No,
what I'm saying.
that's not. You're not getting the
you're a
reality.
music head.
But I was no. But I'm just one of a lot of people that felt like that.
No,
Essence
you
was-
don't.
Essence was my
you are-
favorite
Essence was the song.
Motalani.
Yeah.
I will tell you this, and you know it.
Yeah.
Your opinions don't represent the masses. You're an
Yes.
outlier,
See,
Yeah.
you are still not understanding the reality. I am just one of a lot of people that had the same opinion.
and that's a very small subset of people.
no.
Your opinion.
What was,
do you
what
think
was the
you have
favorite?
popular opinions? Listen, do you think you have popular
No, I
opinions?
don't.
That's the point. Dead it.
But what was the what was the popular song from Apple Music from Made in Lagos when it dropped?
At first,
Ginger.
Ginger.
It was
But how long did it take the song to
Ginger.
die? Exactly.
Died now.
Ginger.
Exactly.
But even that, even
People
the first,
exactly.
even the first for obvious reasons. I mean, Burna Boy and Wizkid. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people now, where do you go wrong? Play.
Exactly.
That was the first song they pushed,
Bro.
The
Right.
video that dropped, I think.
It was after the album dropped. Yes, it was the first video that dropped.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But the song that a lot of people were feeling, that was
I loved
like in
Essence.
conversation
No,
through
for me,
December, January.
for me,
It was blessed for
it
me
was,
though.
bless you. It was
It was
blessed.
blessed,
It was
though.
Essence.
And I feel
And
like for
then
a lot of people,
the
it was
true-
also blessed.
Ghetto boys like
and
blessed.
true
though.
love. A lot of people also like true love.
Which one has Elame?
Piece of
No,
me.
Piece of Me was not what
I
Get
don't
Over
really like
we're
Piece of
talking
Me.
about.
I like Piece of Me and Essence.
We
I
do.
We understand.
True love. People love true love, but I don't like it.
love Piece of Me and
I
Essence.
don't like.
I
True
love True Love though.
I can't stand it. I don't like it.
Victor,
Anyways, guys,
Thank you
it's
for
time for
coming
us to
through.
wrap up on the
Anyway,
show.
thank you for coming.
Give us the classics before you go.
Okay, so for me, I'll choose I'll choose Bow of the Bullets. Bow of the Bullets is definitely on
Modern classic, yeah?
Yeah, modern classics. Bow of the Bullets is there for me. Then also, which other body of work would I choose now? Somewhere between Beauty and Magic.
What's
I
that?
love it.
That's the Joe Boy
That's
one.
Joe
Yeah.
Boy. So just two.
Okay. That's a very interesting choice.
Shut
I don't
your
want to
Malay
talk
for
mouth.
me.
after
They
that.
didn't ask you for your opinion. Just shut your mouth.
Roots. After Tears.
Yeah.
Over
Roots
the last
by-
3
by
years.
Cavemen.
Cavemen.
Pop music. African Giant. Laughter Says and Goosebumps, obviously. Made in Lagos is going to be a classic.
Made in Lagos too.
Yellow by Bremo.
How many are you supposed to choose?
Just as
I told her
as
I
you can
couldn't do
remember.
I mean,
But that 4 is okay, I guess.
for me is
Laughter Tears and Goosebumps.
yes,
And
obviously
you mentioned one that again.
King of Love.
King of
Daniel.
Love.
I
It's not a classic. It's not even going to be a modern classic.
narrative.
It's not going to be for a lot of reasons. It's not going
narrative.
to be.
Yeah.
But
That
it's-
album
it's a
is an
fantastic
incredible
album.
album.
Asujame.
King of Love.
King of Love. Bro, this guy called me after, so I didn't play it until like 24 hours after I dropped.
Mom, you said the story how many times?
No.
Yeah, you
They're
need
going
to
to
know.
hear
I
it. They're
called
going
this
to hear
guy.
How
I say,
many times? Like,
bro,
bro, we
this
heard
album-
you.
play this album.
But guess
That they
what?
were
The
done.
narrative now is that the album is trash.
That we were done.
But wait. One major problem of Afrobeats before we go is that Tubaba stopped having children and everything went to shit. Good night.
Bro.